to turn the Jamaican people who listen to them in idiot, more idiot. Because they are half idiot, those who listen to them. So when they draw something else, they will be a full idiot. You know, I saw where they have this thing running about the farmers. You cannot plant nothing around your backyard and those stuff, which everybody knows is a lie. Some people, not now, I should revoke that. Some people know that is a lie. That we, the true laborers, understand and know that is a lie. But the minorities were out there were follow the PMP, spreading the rumors. You know, I don't know where they get that from. That you have to have a rather license to plant something in your home. And I find that very disgusting, my friend neighbor, because no one could have out of them right mind say you have to have a rather license to plant something in your yard, right? What the rather said, those people who decide to go commercial, like to plant and sell to hotels and in the market or supermarket and those stuff, you know, they would have to have a rather license because they would like to know, say, you work so hard, neighbor, and plant your things, and then next month when it near to reap, next month come and reap it, and then take it and carry it to sell, right? So if a police hold that person out with your goods and they cannot produce a rather license, a rather receipt, you know that to be in trouble. You understand me? So I find it, you know, very funny that when this leak, WhatsApp leak, the PMP jar that craft, you know, just to turn away the Jamaican people, the mind from what out there about them, you know, and how long they're doing these things, telling lies at the Jamaican Labour Party, especially on the Prime Minister. You understand? And after that, they jar something else. When you see like that, no out fisting, they jar with major and this away the Jamaican people in mind. So, you know, it's so what out there. It's so funny to know that we're living into a country now where we have to come out every day and debate the lies that what the PMP is telling on the Jamaican people and the Jamaican Prime Minister.
Yes, but Junior, the Minister of Agriculture came out and provide clarity for that. So I am sure that, you know, that should be widespread by now, that Jamaicans know that there's no truth to it. Huh?
Right, but guess what? It's not the correction in the end, you know, counts, you know. It not really counts to that, you know. When a lie tell by you, you know, if a man say you're a thief, you know, Caroline, it done gone foreign already, you know. So when you come and say, well, I never thief it, you know. You understand? It don't spread say you're a thief already. How you going to revoke that? You understand? So me, you, neighbor, and the other rest of people on this planet, we have them out here making sure, try to beat it. And you have some of the labor rights them too. Will help spread that rumors. You understand? Yeah, you have some of the labor right them we don't believe in their prime minister, don't believe in their country, and ready to sell out their country. Right?
All right.
I don't vote for Labour, right? And I don't vote for PNP. I vote for Jamaica. You understand me?
All right, sweet vibes. Can you come back later, please?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, great. All right. So tonight, you see, we want to the executive director of Jamaican for Justice is criticizing the leak voice note on Nara. She calls it a shameful ball game of politics. That's how Executive Director of Jamaicans for Justice, JFJ, Michael Jackson, has described leaked voice notes of two executive members of the PNP. So JFJ is suggesting that the voice note is a shameful ball game of politics. Listen to Miss Jackson.
If the content of the voice recording is true, I think it is incumbent on the leadership of the political party to respond and I think appropriately distance the political party from it. This is not a political issue. This is
No, but hold on there, Miss Jackson. Hold on. How can the PNP distance the PNP from the PNP? That make any sense? Can the PNP disassociate itself from the PNP? Huh? You remember when they asked Mrs. Simpson Miller about the traffic bureau money, and Mrs. Simpson Miller said, ask the PNP. What is Miss Jackson saying? Listen to her again. Listen.
If the content of the voice recording is true, I think it is incumbent on the leadership of the political party to respond and I think appropriately distance the political party from it. This is not a...
How can the PNP disassociate itself from the NEC? The NEC is the National Executive Council, which is the highest decision body of the People's National Party. So what is Ms. Jackson saying? That the PNP is to distance itself from the NEC? I've never heard such absurdity. Is either the PNP said it or they did not. And if that is coming from the NEC, then it is coming from the PNP. Plain and simple. Anyway, I hope Miss Jackson is not spinning here. I hope so. I hope she's not into the ball game of spin. Anyway.
If the content of the voice recording is true, I think it is incumbent on the leadership of the political party to respond and I think appropriately distance the political party from it. This is not a political issue. This is a governance issue. Now, again, if the content of the recording is true and is associated with the political party, then one is very concerned, given that it is openly discussing the possibility that had the reconstruction efforts been structured differently, then there would be the possibility of delay tactics being employed. That is not in keeping with good governance, not when people are still suffering. The recording is disgraceful.
All right. Jamaican for Justice, JFJ, says that the recording is disgraceful. My God. Boy, I tell you something. The PNP is not finding any friends here. Wait until you hear what Dion Jackson Miller said. Jackson, that is Michael Jackson from JFJ, she argues that any attempt to slow rebuilding efforts for political gain would directly harm thousands of Jamaicans still waiting for homes, roads, schools, and other critical infrastructure to be restored. Jackson says it is worrying.
If it is that, as is suggested in the media reports, that one is just going to be throwing stuff at the CEO possibly and just hope it sticks, then I think that is also concerning because, again, Jamaicans put themselves up for service and you wouldn't want that to be delegitimized because of, again, political gamesmanship. You can recall and appreciate that the organization and several other CSOs correctly and rightfully noted our concerns about NARA. And what we wouldn't want to happen is that there are real concerns that would require robust accountability and oversight from citizens and civil society. And then because of this leaked recording, those concerns are almost delegitimized.
There you have it. Jamaican for Justice commenting. We have to commend JFJ because, quite frankly, many were not expecting JFJ to comment on this matter, but they have. And so I think that it is so scandalous that JFJ was forced to come out and add their voice to those condemning the PNP for this scandalous voice note that they had. In the meantime, Mrs. Dion Jackson Miller, who my understanding is that she attends NEC meeting according to TV Man. TV Man says he sees her in lipstick going up there. Mrs. Jackson Miller has
I think it's in.
Listen to Miss Dion Jackson Miller. So you have JFJ distancing themselves, throwing the PNP under the bus, and Mrs. Jackson Miller from JR beyond the headlines. Hello, Miss Dion Jackson. Good night to you, ma'am. What do you have to say on the PNP leaked voice note? Do you have anything to say on it? Hello, Mrs. Miller.
Important to put the discussion in the context of the.
Oh, you want to put it in context? All right, go ahead.
28th of October 2025, Category 5 storm that killed at least 45 people. Last time, I haven't heard anything on the missing people yet, so I don't know if they've updated the number. At least 45 Jamaicans dead.
Yes.
Thousands of homes damaged. Lots of people are still living in substandard conditions.
Well, yeah.
And we're actually hearing a discussion about if this were going through the parish council, how they would have used delaying tactics for hold up.
Yes.
This is people's lives.
Yes, ma'am.
You know, just so they can try get back into power, which they couldn't do.
Yes.
At the last election, otherwise they would have been voted into power.
Yes.
And I don't know. Like I said, like both of you, it's not that I'm surprised to know that these discussions are taking place. But I think it's honest just hearing it.
Yes.
And thinking of Western Jamaica the last time I went.
Yes.
Thinking of my friend called me from St. Elizabeth earlier this week and was telling me how his heart hurt him when he hear said women having to have babies under tent because you know they're not fully recovered yet. And then you hear.
Yes, ma'am. I tell you the truth, Mrs. Dion Jackson Miller. Tell us, what you think about the tape, though. What you think about it, Mrs. Miller? Tell us.
For this kind of conversation, no man, it as we used to say in high school, it's sick stomach, man.
You said it's sick stomach, ma'am? No. Tell us again what you think about it. Did you say sick stomach? I didn't hear that well. Tell us, ma'am.
They're not fully recovered yet. And then you hear this kind of conversation, no man, it as we used to say in high school, it's sick stomach, man.
Oh, God. It's sick your stomach, Mrs. Miller. Wow. Well, you know, Dion, I don't know, but many Jamaicans are very, very sad about it. I'm happy that it sick your stomach, man. Wow, what a shame. You know, the Jamaica Labour Party continues to be very bullish on this matter. The party, through its spokesman, Apka Fitzhenley, issued a statement today, and it appears as if the party is not letting up. Before we get to the party, let's go back to Miss JFJ, because I think what JFJ has say about this is quite telling. This is a shameful ball game of politics. Go ahead.
If the content of the voice recording is true, I think it is incumbent on the leadership of the political party to respond and I think appropriately distance the political party from it. This is not a political part issue. This is a governance issue. Now, again, if the content of the recording is true and is associated with the political party, then one is very concerned, given that it is openly discussing the possibility that had the reconstruction efforts been structured differently, then there would be the possibility of delay tactics being employed. That is not in keeping with good governance, not when people are still suffering. The recording is disgraceful.
Oh my God. JFJ says that the recordings is disgraceful. Mark Golden, you hear that? Mark Jefferson is presiding over a party that is disgraceful, because this goes to the heart of governance. It goes to the heart of trust. It goes to the heart of credibility. And let me tell you something. The hypocrisy coming out of the PNP stinks like Riverton Dump. And we're going to get to that. Because there seemed to be a shamelessness that I find to be offensive, quite frankly. At a time when the party ought to be introspecting, locking themselves in a room, coming out with an apology, the Beerface party was down in St. Elizabeth criticizing Nara. Tell me if that's not shameful. I must tell you that I'm heartened by the response of JFJ, and I'm even particularly heartened by the response of Mrs. Dion Jackson Miller of RGR. Let's listen to her again.
Because I think it's important to put the discussion in the context of the 28th of October 2025 Category 5 storm that killed at least 45 people. Last time, I haven't heard anything on the missing people yet, so I don't know if they've updated the number. At least 45 Jamaicans dead, thousands of homes damaged, lots of people are still living in substandard conditions. And we're actually hearing a discussion about if this were going through the parish council, how they would have used delaying tactics for hold up this is people's lives.
Yes.
You know, just so they can try get back into power, which they couldn't do at the last election. Otherwise, they would have been voted into power. And I don't know. Like I said, like both of you, it's not that I'm surprised to know that these discussions are taking place, but I think it's honestly just hearing it and thinking of Western Jamaica the last time I went, thinking of my friend called me from St. Elizabeth earlier this week and was telling me how him heart hurt him when he hear see women having to have babies under 10 because, you know, they're not fully recovered yet. And then you hear this kind of conversation. No, man, it as we used to say in high school, it's sick stomach, man.
My God. So, for one senior journalist, it's sick stomach. Feel like you want to puke it. Oh, it's sick your stomach. Oh my God. Somebody pass me a cup. I feel like I want to puke. You're having your dinner?
Oh gosh. Asking everyone
what a
to
shame.
Share, repost, and send a heart me's. And for those of you on YouTube, good evening. Could you please remember to press that X at the top and give us a thumbs up on YouTube, please? Thank you.
You want to choke? You want to puke?
Oh gosh.
Oh gosh. What a scandal party. What a scandal party. PNP. Why I tell you, it gets worse. It gets worse actually. The Jamaica Labour Party spokesman, Mr. Fitzhenley, you notice the Labour Party is getting better, you know. I must tell you that the Labour Party's communication is getting better. I used to criticize them a lot. I notice they are doing better at it. Congratulations, Labour rights. Congratulations, you're stepping it up much more. There's still a little thing that you could do, but you know, not bad. Here is Mr.
Level of the PNP.
Here is
the
Mr.
contents of voice notes leaked into the public domain, where two members of the PNP executive may be heard discussing the viability of a smear campaign of attaching corruption to a patriotic Jamaican who they admitted has a clean track record and has agreed to head up NARA, admitting that they implemented delay tactics concerning NARA and committing to play the ball game of politics with this institution, which is geared towards fast-tracking help to Jamaicans and recovery of Jamaican communities. It's shameful and disgusting, but Jamaicans cannot be taken aback about this sort of conduct at the level of the PNP executive.
Why?
And I tell you why. The PNP has, via the Parliament, made it patently clear to Jamaica that they are prepared to act in a manner that creates the best set of circumstances for the PNP to attain political power and not take actions which are in the best interest of Jamaica.
Wow.
And I'll give two examples of that. I have seen empirical data come to the Parliament showing that states of public emergencies are saving hundreds of Jamaican lives.
Yes.
Yet the PNP decided to discontinue the measure. Another example is the National Rural School Bus System and how they viciously opposed the measure, when it is widely known across the world that the buses are suited to tough terrain and are safe. And indeed, it has been making available affordable transportation to the people of Jamaica. Yet, they were up and down on political platforms across the country, opposing the initiative. Again, it is patently clear that the PNP, even at the level of the Parliament of Jamaica, not only their executive discussions, they are prepared to take actions which enumerate to the best interest of the PNP, even if it means that Jamaica fails. And what is most embarrassing and hypocritical about it It's not too long ago the PNP called a media conference, and some of them evinced tears and lamented what they indicated is the slow pace of recovery in the aftermath of Hurricane Melissa. Yet, here they are, at the level of the executive, behind the backs of the Jamaican people, or so they thought, scheming, plotting to use delay tactics and to play the ball game of politics to ensure that NARA does not achieve its noble objectives. Jamaica can be in no doubt concerning the modus operandi of the PNP. They don't care if Jamaica fails. They do not care if people suffer, so long as circumstances are created which are conducive to them attaining political power. It's a sick mindset that should be condemned by all well-thinking Jamaicans.
Well, there you have it. The Jamaica Labour Party came out with that today, and the pressure is building on the party. There is no question that this matter is gaining.
I am having a little problem with.
But let's go to the spotlight on the Hello Neighbor notes tonight. Listen to this coming out of the PNP's town hall meeting last night down in St. Elizabeth. Listen to it.
I am having a little problem with my colleagues from the People's National Party.
What problem?
Because there is, I don't know if it's Roma going around saying that there is going to be some runoff with my party leader. I want to.
Boy, I tell you something. PNP house a mashup. Comrades, we don't need to fix up on a house. On a house a mashup. By the way, I tell you this. It was quite a meeting down there last night. I don't have a lot of time. I want to give my callers as much time as possible tonight. 15 minutes to 8 o'clock. Go back to the tape. Go back.
Make that clearly, and also Jamaica to be understand if it's lie or true. Okay? Yes. Thank you very much.
One Markie G from the app.
I tell you the truth. Now, I want you to go to that tape, you see, and look at Mr. Golden's face as he says, one Markie G on the app. Look at Mr. Golden's expression. It's telling. One Markie G on the app. It's telling. It is telling. Look at Mr. Golden's face. Okay.
True. Okay? Yes. Thank you very much.
One Markie G from the app. One.
I am having a little problem with my colleagues from the People's National Party, because there is, I don't know if it's Roma going around saying that there is going to be some runoff with my party leader. I want to make that clearly, and also Jamaica to be understand if it's lie or true. Okay? Yes. Thank you very much.
One Markie G from the app. One.
You know, I don't want to criticize my Jamaican brothers and sisters, but I am an analyst. Look at the crowd. And if you look at the crowd, you realize that the party is in deep political trouble. It's pure old people. You know? And you know, I tell you, boy, I could say a lot about them and how they look, but people are going to say that I am discriminating. The crowd is largely senior people, you know. There was no youth representation in the meeting. And you know, there were so many other things that I could say about the crowd, but it seems as if I don't know. Anyway, let's leave that alone. Let's leave that alone. On the surface, you see, it sounds like confidence. One Markie G on the app. You know, in the 90s, Mr. Siaga was alleged to have made a comment about one Don. The statement was taken out of context, and the PNP used that one Don statement to characterize Mr. Siaga as a dictator, authoritarianism, one Don. I had to research one on the app, one Markie G on the app. So I figured out, you see, that when one say that is one upon the app, that it is a modern slang that became popular through social media. So here is the Toponaris man trying to connect. But in trying to connect, I think Mr. Golding disconnected. And that's part of the problem with Markie. He has a challenge. One Markie G on the app is a popular slang, you know, that they use on social media, especially WhatsApp, Instagram, TikTok. And the pattern is one something on the app.
Oh gosh.
Oh gosh. So if you say so if you say one neighbor, you are basically saying that there is one of a kind on the app. You know, there is none like me on the app. You know, there is only one that you'll find online like me. Okay? One girl upon the app. One scammer upon the app. One madman upon the app. You follow? On the surface of it, it sounds like confidence. But it is a very disturbing comment made by Mr. Gold. And it reveals, in my mind, Mr. Golding's thinking. One Markie G implies the doctrine of the indispensable man. The indispensable man. In other words, There is only one. No substitute, no alternative. That language is the language of indispensability. And here is the challenge that Mr. Golding has. That there is a real challenge to his leadership. And Mr. Golding is giving the impression that he's irreplaceable. Now, is that democracy? Is there democracy in the PNP? Mr. Golding is saying that the party cannot exist or function without him. In other words, a challenge is not just against him, it's against the party itself. And in my mind, that is the opposite of democratic politics. In democracy, the leader is a temporary custodian, not the owner. Has Mr. Golding bought out the party? And you see, there is also the idea of the closing out in the marketplace of ideas. John Stuart Mill said that democracy thrives when ideas compete freely. One Markie Jeep on the app is an angry tone that shuts down other voices. Do not bring up any alternatives. The app only has one option. That's what it means, you know.
On the app. One Markie Jeep on the app.
Thank you very much.
One Markie Jeep on the app. One.
I want you to know that Mr. Golding is answering a question about a leadership challenge. The question that Mr. Golding is asked, or was asked, is to clarify whether there is a leadership challenge. And here is what Mr. Golding responded by saying,
one Markie Jeep on the app. One.
What a disgrace. And you know, the people applauded. Leadership, you see, is also about followership. You can't lead people to where they don't want to go. The people clapped. Someone called me today, you see, and made this comment. That in 1962, when we gained independence, the concept of colonialism was left on the island. And there is a statement I want to make to you, and I want you to think about it. That a country spells disaster when the slaves become the master. Watch me. A country spells disaster if the slave become the master. You see that authoritarian echo by Mr. Golding? One Markie Jeep on the app. Is a profoundly offensive statement. And I think, Mr. Crawford, if you are listening, sir, that's how Mr. Golding see you. And any challenge to him, he's superior. You can't challenge me. One Markie G. Pandia. What app? Is a PNP an app? That's undemocratic, Golding. You should not have answered like that. You should have encouraged democracy in the party. You should have encouraged democracy. What you did was to shut down democracy in front of black people. The audience is predominantly blacks. And the proposed challenger to Mr. Golding is a black man and he's a Rasta man. And the black people in the crowd found it funny. That's a problem of education. That's a problem of civic exposure. That's a problem of identity. But that's not funny. That's authoritarianism. That's treating the party like your own. Where is the internal democracy in the party? When the leader of the party goes to a public meeting and declare, I am the Don. I am the only one. One Markie G. Pandia. It's very troubling. There's only one. Don't even think about it. And I remember how the PNP condemned Mr. Siaga, who was taken out of context for the one done comment. But if one done was wrong, why is one Markie G okay? It is not okay. And if the rumor is that Damian Crawford may challenge, then one Markie G means three things. Listen again.
I am having a little problem with my colleagues from the People's National Party, because there is, I don't know if it's rumor going around saying that there is going to be some runoff with my party leader. I want to make that clearly, and also Jamaica to be understand if it's lie or true. Okay? Yes. Thank you very much.
One Markie G from the app. One.
Golding's tone was anger. Anger. The rumor that Damian Crawford may challenge, then one Markie G means three things. One, deterrence. The goal is to scare off the challenges or the challengers before they fight. Don't try. I have this locked. The app is locked. It's not open for a challenge. Secondly, the loyalty test. It's a message to the party and the delegates to pick a side. You're either with Markie G or you are against the party. And that turns an internal election into a loyalty purge. And thirdly, Mr. Golding is insecure. Insecurity masked as confidence. Because anger is often fear, you know. Leaders who are truly secure welcome challenge. They welcome it. So Mr. Golding should have, you know, comrade, I have heard the rumors myself. The PNP is a democratic party, and we welcome any challenge. That's statesman-like. One Markie Jeep on the app. Insecurity, masked as confidence. You know, Socrates said that the unexamined life is not worth living. The unchallenged leader is not worth following. An unchallenged leader is not worth following. Andrew Holness faced a challenge from all the shore, won, and became a stronger and a better leader. Mr. Golding's response suggests that the ground is shifting, and he knows it. The People's National Party was founded on internal democracy and conference politics. One man language erodes the legacy of the party. And if comrades feel shut down, they don't leave. They leak. When the comrades feel shut down, they don't leave. They leak. And that is what is happening in the party. Leaks start to occur when people feel shut down. Them are going to leak. And if you think you see anything yet, stifle the party. Stifle the party, Mr. Golding, and you will see leak. There was a time when the Jamaica Labour Party was in meetings at Belmont Road, and journalists could be reporting what was being said in the meeting, in their central executive meeting. As soon as the meeting done, you knew what happened in the party. When you shut down the comrades, they don't necessarily leave, they leak. That's how parties die from inside. And there is a lesson that is to be learned here, coming out of that NEC leak. And it is that the party is dying. You know, so when you are dead, you know, dead from outside, you don't even see it. It's from inside. The leak suggests that the party is fractured and dying inside. What does it mean for Jamaica? It's 6 minutes after 8 o'clock. This isn't just PNP business. Because there is a philosophical principle that the opposition must model democracy. If you want to govern the country democratically, you must practice democracy in your own house first.
Markie Jeep on the app. One.
That comment have no place coming out of a political leader. And if Andrew Holness said it, he would be wrong. No man is indispensable. At some point, Andrew Holness will not be the leader of the Jamaica Labour Party. Biology suggests that. No matter how good you are, Nelson Mandela is dead. John F. Kennedy is dead. Ronald Reagan is dead. People don't govern forever. There is only one God and one mediator between God and man, the man Christ Jesus. One God. It's only God can make those statements, but one. He's alone. And although we have our unique identities, but when it comes on to institutions, institutions live on. People move on. Not even me would have said there is only one neighbor. Because my greatest joy would be for one of my analysts, Harry, Scratchy, Caroline, to sit in the host chair and run the program. I would be so happy. Leadership is about empowering others, lifting up others, teaching the next generation. And when you look at Mr. Golding's face as he made those comments, it is telling. When the alternative government says there can only be one, Jamaica asks if they won't tolerate a challenge inside the PNP, will they tolerate dissent as government? And that's why Mr. Siaga's one done comment haunted him. And this comment is going to haunt Mr. Golding. Because the bottom line is that it is a wide open statement and it's a loaded gun. One Markie Jeep on the app means exclusivity. No room for alternatives. One Markie Jeep on the app is personalization. The party is the man. One Markie Jeep on the app means closure. The debate is over. Loyalty is demanded. And one Markie Jeep on the app is hypocrisy, because it's a direct contradiction of the PNP's own past position that they used to criticize Mr. Siaga. It's not a campaign slogan. It's a warning shot. I'm going to open the lines for the listeners to have their say. Talk Your Mind Thursday. What's on your mind? Producer, let me hear from the callers. Give them 5 minutes each, and let's hear what's on their mind. One at a time, please. Good night to you, caller. Good night to you. Hello. Good night to you, caller. Okay. I don't hear that person. Hello. Good night, caller. Hi. Not there yet. Good night to you, sir. Hello. Top of the night to you. Good night to you.
Give me a minute, neighbor.
Oh, okay. All right. So we are reviewing the PNP's meeting last night. I could probably take you down there to give you a few more of what they went on there with. It's a very interesting meeting yesterday. Let's listen to a couple of their comments. Listen to Floyd Morris.
No question. They told us
that they were going to provide some container homes.
All right, do I have caller? Hello, hello, good night, caller. Leon Wilson, hi. Hello? Hello? Caller, any of you? No. Nobody there.
Neighbor.
Yes, sir.
Neighbor.
Good night.
Good night. Good night. And good night to your platform and respect.
Yes, sir.
You know what let me say something to you.
To me.
You know what you're coming like sound like a joke kind of act though.
In a what?
Joke. Let me tell you this. You know what the country have serious issue more where you talk about it. You can't find something better for that.
All right, hold on. Give me, you have a chance, sir. Give me the issues that the country is dealing with.
Yes, sir. We have a serious issue in the country right now. We don't need. The whole are not supposed to come out. I don't know.
But you have a chance. You have a chance to talk about it. Go ahead.
Allow me to speak if you want me to speak. Allow me to speak.
No, man, no. No, I don't cut him off. Go ahead, sir.
Cut off who? If you don't want to cut me off, I just like you.
Let him
stop me when I talk to neighbor.
Yeah.
Because he's an educator and supposed to listen to what we are saying.
Yeah, me I talk there, listen to you. Go ahead.
Hold on a second. One second, please. 1 second. RT.
Hold on, miss. I want to talk to Mr. Neighbor.
No.
We can't talk to Mr.
Hold on a second, please. Sir, if you're going to speak to neighbor, you have to do so in a respectful manner.
I am speaking to Mr. Neighbor. I don't disrespect Mr. Neighbor.
Thank you, sir.
You talk to Mr. Neighbor. Why not attack the man? Why not attack?
Attack who? Attack who?
Huh? Me? Because I want to say something to you.
No, I'm not attacking. No, I'm not attacking you, sir. I'm not attacking you. I'm asking you to be reasonable with your comments. But come in. Yes. Go ahead, sir.
I'm saying to you, sir. I mean, without respect, I not disrespect you. So I make that quite clear tight because I not put political blind in or nothing. But I said to you, sir, bigger things in our country for you talk about and think about. Because we have a country with full of level of corruption and all type of thing. And that we want to talk about. The corruption.
You want to
Markie Gina and nothing. Talk about something constructive.
Do you understand? Do you understand that Mr. Golden is wants to become Prime Minister? You agree that?
Want to become Prime Minister?
Yes, Mr. Golden is auditioning. Mr. Golden is auditioning for the job of Prime Minister. Oh, hold on, man. Don't leave. No, don't leave, sir. Hold on. Mr. Golden. You can't leave, man. You can't leave, man. We are run go. Listen to me, no, man. Just listen to me, sir. Mr. Golden, sir, is auditioning for the job of Prime Minister of Jamaica. It is important that Mr. Golden be examined. Mr. Golden's comments are to be examined because Mr. Golden wants to be Prime Minister of Jamaica. Mr. Golden, sir, is the alternative Prime Minister. He's the leader of the opposition. And what he says is to be taken seriously. Correct? Correct, sir? Well, I don't hear him. Now, not to you, sir. Listen to me. I am saying to you, sir, that the leader of the opposition, oh God, he's gone. Well, listen to me, guys. They are equals and they are equals. Men are equal in some regard, and there are some other regards that men are not equal. Mr. Golden impact impacts the national discourse. Okay? Golden is wanting to be the Prime Minister. And therefore, Mr. Golding's words, mute that caller for me, Caroline, is constantly going to be under review. You know, the Prime Minister went to the World Cup finals. And I hear the people criticizing the Prime Minister and asking about who pay for the Prime Minister travel. Can you imagine that? You think that I could go to foreign and anybody would be worried about who pay for my plane ticket? Nobody no business with that. How many people flew out of the country this morning? You see anybody ask who pay for them plane fare? To whom much is given, much is expected. There are things that I can do that the Prime Minister can't do. You understand what I'm saying to you? Because he has greater level of responsibility. Mr. Golding cannot be loose with his words or his comments. Like when he cussed bad word on stage. And he had to apologize. Why? Every day Jamaicans cuss bad word. I could have chopped two right now. You want me to chop two? Huh? You want two bad word? Yeah, you see what I'm saying to you. But if I cuss too bad word, anybody business with that? But make the opposition leader ever go, they go cuss too bad word. You think that Mr. You...
Oh gosh.
you think that Mr. Wholeness can go on any platform in Jamaica and cuss bad word? Tell me the truth. No. He would have to probably resign as Prime Minister. But I can chop too bad word anytime and nobody would worry about that. Never cuss bad word. No problem with that. Okay? Mr. Golding was at Reggae Sumfest. Who paid for that? Ridiculous. Right? We have to constantly examine the party that wants to be government of Jamaica. And I think that comrades need to just settle down and stop getting angry. Clearly, the comrades are now on the back foot, and they are worried because the mat is being pulled away from under them foot. But you can take what you give. You listen to Andre Stevens and Pelucid Perry and the PNP bloggers and vloggers and all of them. You listen to all of them castigate and class the Prime Minister and the questions they ask and how some of them lie. We're not telling any lies here. We are examining the issues and analyzing the facts. And if an opposition leader makes a comment that is one Markie G pon the app, then we have a duty to examine what that means. Because it means something, eh? All right. Now, let's go back to the callers and see what they have to say. It's Talk Your Mind Thursday on the Hello Neighbor Show, live on the Politics Matter Jamaica YouTube platform. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for liking. And thank you for supporting the Hello Neighbor Show. Of course, there is a tracker at the bottom of your screen. We're giving you information on that, and we expect you to support us, okay? Thank you so much. Let's go back to our callers. Who do we have? Lisa. Good night to you, Lisa. Good night to you, Lisa. Lisa Bryan.
Good night, neighbor. Good night, Caroline.
Top of the night to you. Good night to you, ma'am.
I'm on my veranda, but it's kind of noisy because I live near the road.
Oh, well, lovely.
I am living in Barbados.
Oh, you are in Barbados?
I'm a Jamaican. Yes.
Uh-huh.
And I listen to your program all the time.
Yes.
But the thing what I have to say is, why I don't see anybody getting up and disrespecting me turn on the phone. All if she do something bad or whatever.
That's your Prime Minister, Mia Motley.
Yeah. Nobody disrespecting him. So I don't know why these people keep on disrespecting Andrew.
Oh.
Because they can't do it here. They can't do it here.
No, how you mean they can't? How you mean they can't do it? They don't do it. But I don't know that they can't. It's a different.
Whatever reason. They don't do it.
They don't do it. Yes.
Because respect is due to your Prime Minister.
I agree with you.
You can't take up your phone and talk about the man this and when man fi come suck and kill, and that is totally rubbish. If you don't like him, you just don't like him.
Yes. Yes, ma'am.
You don't need to disrespect the man.
And you can disagree. You can disagree with. Yes.
Sometimes I feel like I want to like strangle these people through the phone.
Okay, no. Well, no, ma'am. We don't strangle them, eh?
Yeah. I'm living here. I get my carry, come work and stay here. Because of my Prime Minister, Andrew Olney.
Oh. Lovely.
Yes, I come see my mother, father, everybody is a labor, right?
Oh.
And I see the good work that they're doing. I can't switch for no reason. Wilmington is my MP.
You are from Mr. Wilmington's constituency?
Yeah, Old Harbor.
Oh, you live in Old Harbor, ma'am? That's where you're from?
Yeah. Yes, sir.
That's lovely, ma'am. That's great. Yeah. How is Barbados, by the way? How is life there?
Well, it's nice. It's nice, but you know, the people them sometimes they kind of racist.
Oh,
they
racist?
They don't have any customer service. They don't have a customer service over here. If you go to buy something, like you're talking to the thing you're buying to, you're not even talking to the people then.
I see. Well,
yeah.
That's not good at all, ma'am.
No, that is the only thing I find out with them over here. And they're kind of racist. To be frank. But otherwise, the place is good because I can leave my door open and sleep.
In Barbados?
Yeah.
Well, that's nice.
I can leave my door open.
Mia Motley.
I know you have time over here, but yeah, it's all right.
Yes.
It's good.
Yes. So you're coming back home soon, ma'am?
Yeah. Coming for vacation.
Whoa, and you will be in Old Harbor when you come in?
Exactly.
When you come in?
September.
Just next month. Well, August, September.
Yeah.
Well, then, I tell you what you do. You live near Old Harbor Bay?
Yeah. My daughter's father is from Old Harbor Bay.
Well, I tell you what you do. When you come in, ma'am, you let me know you're here.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
We could have.
And when I come, I got to go and look for this Marvin because I have to get some zip or some tape over his mouth.
Wow. You carrying a tape for his mouth, ma'am?
Yeah.
I tell you, they have strong tape over there in Barbados.
Yeah. I'm going to get the duct tape with the Gorilla Glue.
Yes. Well, nice talking to you, ma'am.
Okay. So I'm here listening on and thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Big up yourself. Thank you.
Okay.
All right. Talk Your Mind Thursdays. The lines are opened for the listeners to come up 26 minutes after 8 o'clock. Welcome to the Hello Neighbor Show on Politics Matter Jamaica. We're live on YouTube and on TikTok. Good night to you, D.
Good night.
Hi, what a lovely voice. Hi.
I'm Caroline. Good night.
Great. Nice to hear.
I'm also from Old Harbor Bay. I was born in Old Harbor Bay.
Oh my. Wow. Lovely.
Yes. So, on a positive note, Carolyn and Neighbor, I love you guys' show. I sit down and listen to it all the time.
Thank you.
And I try my best because a lot of people don't know about you, and I try to tell them to go listen to it.
Yes.
And I'm trying to find you guys on YouTube to put it in my TV, so because I try to teach my kids.
Politics Matter JA. Politics Matter JA.
Yes. Thank you. And on a positive note, to me, with all the stuff that's going on, this is a positive to me that people are talking about the PM going to the football game, the FIFA game.
Yes.
And the PM came out, and I want everybody to know what a big deal this is going to be. And for us to get ready, the PM went there with an invitation because he's trying to get the female World Cup to come to Jamaica.
Yes, ma'am.
If we get that, do they know the amount of things that's going to be happening in Jamaica?
Yes.
For that to come. So I want people to understand while the PNP are doing what they're doing, the PM head is on his body to make Jamaica a better place for each and every one of us. You understand? So I understand this guy with the authority about corruption, but I don't know what more do he want you to do on speaking, because by the things that you're saying, you're in letting people know exactly what's going on, and you open up people understanding of exactly what is going on. And so, I don't get it. But anyway, I just, on a positive note, the PM was talking about he's in the running with different countries to facilitate the Women's World Cup. And it would be such, I can't explain to you how it be.
But I wonder if this is a strange place, ma'am, because I wonder about Jamaica. Which other country you hear complaining, ma'am, if they saw their leader at a World Cup event, wondering who pays plane fare to go there?
Exactly.
Then what if Jamaica even, hold on, ma'am, what if Jamaica even paid? Huh? You know, ma'am, if you work for any one of these corporate companies, these large corporate companies, they fly you all over the world.
True.
Huh?
True.
You think Nigel Clark? You think Nigel Clark at the IMF pay his plane fare when he's been traveled all over? So the IMF fly Nigel Clark over the globe, ma'am.
Yes, on a private jet.
On a private jet. And our prime minister is in Miami. Well, New York. It's New York at a World Cup, and Jamaicans are down here wondering, is Jamaica? What type of nonsense is this, ma'am?
But not only that, Mr. Neighbor, there are other people, not our people that was born in our beautiful island. Other people are commenting on, I guess because the minister, what's his name, came with his son. I can't even think right now. With his son, and they are talking about the health care in Jamaica, and he should be in Jamaica, not at the FIFA. So it's just everybody's just, I don't understand why they're attacking.
I find it a little bit. This is what producer. This is what is beneath the prime minister. Hold on, man. Listen to the prime minister. Listen to the prime minister having to be declaring that
in 2031, I was in the United States to watch a major event. Let me put everybody at ease. I went there on my own dime. The government didn't pay for me to go. I paid for myself. I was in the United States.
What a disgrace. What a disgrace and a shame on Jamaicans that our prime minister have to be telling the world that he paid his own fare to go to the World Cup. The Prime Minister of Jamaica. And there are people in Jamaica questioning who paid for the Prime Minister. If the head of Grace Kennedy was at the World Cup, I don't think Grace Kennedy staff would be questioning how their CEO is at the World Cup, or the head of Scotiabank or NCB. What is wrong with our people? What is wrong with our people? I have worked for I used to work for a company, and if I go anywhere, they pay for it. You want to tell me that Jamaica couldn't pay for its prime minister to go up to look to a World Cup? Huh? Is it bad mind or something? Or is it just classism or what it is? Harry?
Good night, neighbor.
What
Good
it
night,
is?
Caroline.
What it is, Harry? You work for a corporate company. What on God's earth are we talking about here? You can even help me?
Well, neighbor, it is all about politicizing whatever the Prime Minister is doing. And that is just the blatant truth. What we see is people failing, and this is also part of the ignorance, the civic literacy, where people cannot separate Andrew Holness as the Prime Minister from himself as an ordinary citizen. That is a problem, you know. And in a time where politicizing every and anything, there's no line being drawn as to how you see an individual and how you approach whatever they do.
But let me ask you this, Harry. The Prime Minister cannot be separated from his role as Prime Minister, because I am sure his security detail travels with him as Prime Minister.
Yeah, they do.
And right. When he was at the football World Cup, he is there as the Prime Minister of Jamaica.
He was.
Which means that his staff, his security detail would have to be with him wherever he goes in the world.
They were, right? But what we see, neighbor, is that there's not a line, the line that is normally there, where you don't try to attack a person or spew certain narratives about them, has been removed. Because, remember, we see where they're attacking the Juliet Holness in an attempt to get to the Prime Minister and all of these things. So we're in a different time of politics now where, quote unquote, the new breeds will want to put in the people's mind that no matter what the Prime Minister does, even if he's on his personal time, right, it is people, taxpayer money, he might use for everything. And you cannot do that. The level of decency that one should have to not politicize it has gone through the window with these new breed, with this type of opposition. And people will say, oh, I'm beating the opposition for it. They are the ones that who have poisoned the minds or influenced the minds of the people of Jamaica to think these things. These aren't independent thoughts in a neighbor. Because you can look and see all the type of people who have run with this narrative, right? When other prime ministers go anywhere in neighbor, their nations don't think this way.
But hold on there, Harry. Let's consider the President of the United States. The President of the United States have his own private jet. He never travels commercial. Our Prime Minister fly in a ordinary commercial plane wherever, Harry. And maybe it's an unfair comparison. The United States is a wealthy country, but what would be wrong if Jamaica pays for the Prime Minister to go to the World Cup? He is the Prime Minister. You can't. What is the issue here? I'm struggling to understand.
Understand this as well, in a neighbor. All these people who are speaking of the event and the Prime Minister being there, none of them have the facts to say the Prime Minister didn't mix a little business with pleasure. Networking just the same. Meet different persons right across the board.
But he said he was invited by FIFA.
Look at that. The world's largest body in a sporting event invited the Prime Minister. That's something we should be happy for, because I don't recall ever hearing no Jamaican Prime Minister being invited,
or any other leader in the Caribbean.
Exactly. Right? And look at it. This is a trend in a neighbor. So now it's the FIFA president and so on inviting the Prime Minister. Before he was invited to the G20, and before that with the UN, we also have persons sitting on the UN, different committees and so on. This is something we should appreciate and acknowledge, that the perspective of the world on Jamaica has changed significantly. And fortunately, for the current administration, it is being done by their premier.
Harry, you work in corporate Jamaica. If you are being sent to a seminar overseas or you are sent to a training, no your company pay for it.
Yeah, because you are a representation of the company. Whether you're going there fully or solely on official company business for the whole entirety, right? Or you would be there probably just doing a seminar piece, right? Which to a great extent leads back to the company and its exposure. They're the ones who fund it,
right?
And nothing is wrong with that.
And the Prime Minister did a video that has gone viral from the World Cup that benefits Jamaica.
It does. This is a part of him playing his part when it comes down to tourism as well.
Yes.
People
as an ambassador.
Exactly. The World Cup is not just a symbolic thing when it comes down to a unification in sports. The heart of it has become a tourism booster for every and any nation that hosts it. That is why so many countries go after it. Big money, restructure an entire nation around it because they know what it can pull. And other countries and delegates and members and so on go to these events to network. Because a lot of times you may never be able to create a meeting or get a meeting with some people, but they are at the World Cup.
Fantastic. Let's finish with our callers online here, Harry. I think we have D. LOD. Continue for me.
Yes, I was just saying, neighbor, we need to, I thank you for having me on the program and give a listening ear. And I pray that you guys continue to enlighten and to teach, because there's a lot of things that I did not know that I'm here every night listening to it, although sometimes I had to get up 5 o'clock in the morning to go to work, but I make sure that I listen. So, you're very informative. There's a lot of things that I've been taught, so I appreciate it. And God bless you, continue to keep you and this program and get this program built bigger and better.
Well, you're in Barbados, ma'am?
No, sir. I'm in America.
Oh, lovely. Well, nice hearing from you, ma'am, and really appreciate you. It is the listeners that are to be commended really for the program, ma'am, because I tell you the truth, if the listeners don't turn up here at nights, we don't have no program. And I thank you and I thank God, because there's no question that the program is growing from strength to strength, despite the setbacks we have had, ma'am.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Have a good night.
And that lady beside you there in the green, she's a heartbeat. She's a heartbeat of the program. Say hi. Yes, say hi to her for me.
I normally zell her to support the program.
Oh, that is fantastic. What, really? Well, thank you. Why I tell you something?
I normally zell her. Yes.
Without.
I was in a car accident and I just haven't been 100.
Oh, yeah. Sometimes. Yeah. Well. Thank you. Thank you so much. You here, ma'am?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye. All right. Talking about Zelle, our Zelle account is 954635872. Your support is very needed and very appreciated. If you are on YouTube and you appreciate what we do, the Zelle account is going across your screen even now. Support the Hello Neighbor show. Okay. Thank you so much. All right. Who do we have now? Marv. Hello. John Anglin. Leon Wilson. Which are you? Hello. Okay. Talk Your Mind Thursday is on.
Neighbor. Could you please check on your side, because I think most of the people are tappers.
Oh, okay. All right. I see. So I have a couple of people over here. If they are tappers, then we can move on with Good night to you, Fabulous. Hello? No. Okay. Let's okay. So the lines are open. You can come in when you're ready. So Harry?
Yes, neighbor.
Before you go
Yes, hi, neighbor.
Aye. Good night to you, sir.
Yeah, man. Good night. Good night. Just want to commend you on this show.
Oh.
My mom was the one that turned me on to it, so I started listening around right before the last election.
Uh-huh.
And I find it to be very informative.
Well,
and since then I chime in when I can, just to get some information, because I think you do excuse me. I think you do provide some valuable information.
Thank you.
And I think that is what is lacking in our society in Jamaica here. The lack of information and education is one of our biggest downfall.
Yes, sir.
Right? And if you look at what the People's National Party is doing, this is not done by coincidence or any accidents. If you even look at what Dayton Campbell, that case that Vaz brought onto him, and he had to
very good point
recently.
Deliberately done, eh?
Right. But the thing is, when they put these things out there, the damage is already done.
Damage is already done, sir. Yeah. Damage is already done.
Look at this situation, right? If that he had put out there had hurt Vaz and he had lost the election, even the settlement
couldn't reverse that.
The damage is already done.
PNP would be in power.
So they know what they're doing, and they know the audience that they're reaching out to. So one thing I would encourage you guys to do also, because I was listening a couple nights ago, and some of your guests were saying that you shouldn't have. I think there was a particular guy on the show, and I heard it somewhere else, and I don't think that should be the case.
You mean Ingram? You mean Ingram from the PNP?
Yes. Because what it is, most of your followers here and your listeners here, they are JLP supporters.
Is that so? Right? I don't know. Sir, I tell you the truth.
Yeah.
The listeners that you see online are maybe JLP supporters. One of the things that TikTok does, you see, and I think TikTok should probably stop doing it. I can't advise them. But at this time, sir, did you know that there are over 1,000 people on TikTok listening to the program? Now, on the screen in front of you, you see 340. That's persons that's persons who have joined the program. That's not that doesn't say anything about those who are listening to the program. They are always
that's a valid point.
There are always more listeners than joiners. Because sir, I'm gonna tell you something. I'm not gonna be long. You know that you have more enemies than friends?
That is true. 100%.
Okay.
100%.
I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about you and I, You. There are more people against you than are with you, You know that?
Yes.
and I will tell you this, some people will never like your program. They will never press that like button.
That is
and
true.
They will never join. You know why? They don't want your numbers. They don't want your numbers to go up.
Right.
They don't want people to look on your screen and see 1,000 people. They'll prefer stay in they call it the For You page. If all the people, all right, since the program has started since night, 3,000 people, 3,200 people have joined it.
Oh, I see.
In other words, since we've started at 7 o'clock, 3,200 people have started watching. Some have gone, some are still here, because it's always moving.
Yeah.
Right. But they're not going to come up, so I would tell you that I think that maybe 300 comrades are there listening. They're just not joining.
And that's a good thing, because we're educated.
It is a good thing, sir.
And hopefully we'll touch the minds of some of these people, because this disinformation and misinformation, that's just the proper way of putting it. It's really lies, and we really need to call it and state what it is. And I think that's a problem that the JLP has, is their communication and them not being able to capitalize on these things. They need to come out and talk to the people.
You are right, sir. They are doing a little better these days, though. You know, I must tell you the truth.
They are.
You notice that? You notice that?
Yes.
Right, and I think, but I also think that they are late. They're late, so because maybe some of the damage
is
already done.
And that's the point.
You see, the PNP now start keep town hall meetings up.
Exactly.
The Labour Party
need to look
keep...
at it this way. This town hall meeting, I'm sure, was planned before this leak came out.
Well, yes.
So, is it a possibility that this delayed tactic or the scheme that they were coming up with to try to defame Mr. Anderson would be a topic of their conversation?
Tell me what you think about the leak, though, sir. You personally, what do you think about it?
Personally, it's very distasteful, and it's and like I said, like, your program should, it's a program that teach people, right? So I heard people talking about politics.
Yes,
this is politics. No, that's not politics, neighbor.
Yes, and absolutely, that is not politics. There's a difference.
There's a difference. There's a difference with politics, and we can agree, we can disagree on policies. And as an opposition, you should hold the government accountable.
Yes.
Right. This is something for the people of Jamaica. Right, so there shouldn't be any politics involved. We're talking about disaster and aid getting to people in a timely manner. Now, this is one of the things that they're putting out there, that Hurricane Melissa and the aids have been slow getting to people. Some people haven't gotten aid. They're putting that out there, but then again, they're the same one that are implying this delay tactic.
Yes.
So my thing is, I think you have a moral obligation as a politician, as a human being, period, right? Because if you really look at this realistically, if they apply their delay tactic, and because of that, aid did not reach to someone who needed it the most and end up losing their lives, right? How do you judge that? How do you sleep at night knowing that you deliberately stop aid from reaching to someone because of politics, because you don't want the other side to be credited for it?
And this is where the politics becomes very troubling, sir. Because I think it was Harold Laswell that said that politics is about who get what, when, and how. Politics is about who get what, when, and how. And I think Mr. Peter Phillips described the politics as the fight for scarce benefit and political... No, it was Mr. Patterson. The fight for scarce benefit and political spoils that has created hostile tribes that are perpetually at war, sir. Now, where in that do you find any interest in the nation and in the people, sir? It's all about getting into power.
But that's the thing. It is not about the people that you're serving. It's about power.
Getting into power, sir.
I live in the United States, and I have experienced quite a few disasters. And one thing I must say, you can say this and that about the politics here, but when it comes to a disaster, they pool together and work together in order to get people the help that is needed. There's no politics during that time. I think there was a hurricane, I forgot the name of it, that came up north here and really did some damage to the Jersey Shore. That time Chris Christie was the governor, right? He was one of Obama's worst critic.
Yes, and they walked together.
There you go.
As a matter of fact, his party criticized him at the time because I think there was near a presidential election, and they felt that he made Obama look good,
look stronger.
Yes,
but at some point, the care for people has to supersede politics.
Yeah.
And that's what is lacking in Jamaica.
And that is one of the things that has been disappointing with this opposition, sir, because many feel that since Melissa, the opposition really have done nothing but try to delay the help getting to the
undermine
people.
and criticize.
Right. And then at the end of the day you see this voice note coming out from the party suggesting that they would use delay tactics to make sure that NARA doesn't work. You know, here is Miss Dion Jackson Miller commenting on that. So I found her comments to be very interesting.
Because I think it's important to put the discussion in the context of the 28th of October 2025 Category 5 storm that killed at least 45 people. Last time, I haven't heard anything on the missing people yet, so I don't know if they've updated the number. At least 45 Jamaicans dead. Thousands of homes damaged. Lots of people are still living in substandard conditions. And we're actually hearing a discussion about if this were going through the parish council, how they would have used delaying tactics for hold up. This is people's lives.
Yes. Yeah.
You know, just so they can try get back into power, which they couldn't do at the last election. Otherwise, they would have been voted into power. And I don't know. Like I said, like both of you, it's not that I'm surprised to know that these discussions are taking place. But I think it's honest just hearing it and thinking of Western Jamaica the last time I went, thinking of my friend called me from St. Elizabeth earlier this week and was telling me how him heart hurt him when him hear see women having to have babies under 10 because, you know, they're not fully recovered yet. And then you hear this kind of conversation. No, man, it as we used to say in high school, it's sick stomach, man. Because I think it's...
There you go. Sick stomach, sir. And when someone like Mrs. Jackson Miller make a comment like that, you realize that the PNP is going to hurt from this.
Oh, definitely. But what happened to the leader of the opposition, the leader of the party?
Well, even JFJ, sir. Listen to JFJ.
If the content of the voice recording is true, I think it is incumbent on the leadership of the political party to respond and I think appropriately distance the political party from it. This is not a political part issue. This is a governance issue. Now, again, if the content of the recording is true and is associated with the political party, then one is very concerned, given that it is openly discussing the possibility that had the reconstruction efforts been structured differently, then there would be the possibility of delayed tactics being employed. That is not in keeping with good governance, not when people are still suffering. The recording is disgraceful. If it is that, as is suggested in the media reports, that one is just going to be throwing stuff at the CEO possibly and just hope it sticks, then I think that is also concerning because, again, Jamaicans put themselves up for service and you wouldn't want that to be delegitimized because of, again, political gamesmanship. You can recall and appreciate that the organization and several other CSOs correctly and rightfully noted our concerns about NARA. And what we wouldn't want to happen is that there are real concerns that would require robust accountability and oversight from citizens and civil society. And then because of this leaked recording, those concerns are almost delegitimized.
There you go. RJR, JFJ, sir. Many persons in Jamaica would affiliate the PNP with those two organizations, and they have come out to say, not good. I think you know, sir. And when you listen to Mr. Golden at that town hall meeting in St. Elizabeth, there is a disconnect, you know, sir. There is a definite disconnect. It's almost as if Mr. Golden has moved on and is talking about one Markie Jeep on the app. Good God Almighty, sir. Good God Almighty. And some introspection is needed. And you know, sir, if the PNP should come out, I'm going to tell you this. If the PNP should come out and say, you know, Jamaicans, we are sorry. We are sorry. We acknowledge that those discussions were happening. We took things too far. we are sorry, and we are pledging our support to the reconstruction. You know, sir, I think they would gain much more credibility than what you think.
Oh, definitely. But that's, as a leader, that's what you should have done. You should, as soon as you are made aware that the leak is out, you should have made a public statement. And I'm not saying that make a public statement acknowledging admitting to because you can distance yourself. But
yeah, absolutely, because it's not your voice. You could say it doesn't reflect the views of myself.
Of the party.
Yes.
Yes, and there will be a thorough investigation, and whoever is accountable will be dealt with accordingly. We haven't heard that. But you know the problem, neighbor, because I'm in a group with guys that I went to school with, right?
Yes.
And of course you have people on both sides. So when I saw the leak, I posted it and I tagged one of my friends and asked him what was his thoughts.
Yes.
I know exactly where his mindset is. And he said, I don't know why this made headline. So my question to you, how do you read, because there is a group of people, or there's a segment of the population out there that really believe in everything these people do. How do you reach? How do you get to these particular people? How do you get across a point that, listen, this is not Jamaica. This is not what our politicians should represent.
You know, sir, more than 1,000 years ago, Plato warned that when the tribe supersedes the nation, then the nation is going to be destroyed. And I wish Jamaicans to understand that you cannot put your party before your country.
Exactly.
Love your party as much as you want, sir. Jamaica comes before the Jamaica Labour Party, and it comes before the People's National Party. And so great nations, you know, sir, nations that thrive are less partisan, you know. Think about all across the world. So, you know, I spoke to someone from China today, and China is a communist country. And it was fascinating to understand how life is like in China. The man tells me that in China, the police don't carry guns, you know. They don't. It is so, it's such a welcoming. My dear sir, we need to have some discussions about where we are going as a country and how the politics is to be taken out of the governing of the country.
Yeah, because you know what it is, neighbor? The ones who knows better are not doing better.
Take crime for example.
That they're trying to reach.
Yeah, take crime for example, sir. Look at some of the things that I don't even want to discuss them on this program that is happening. And in recent days there have been two gruesome
information out because
you know he's breaking. He's breaking up. You're breaking up, sir. You're breaking up. Sorry.
The whole
he's breaking up. Yeah, not hearing him so well. Not hearing you so well, sir. Not hearing you so well. Put a mute on him.
Right, and these are the
I wasn't hearing you at all, sir.
Oh, are you hearing me now?
Yes.
Yeah, no, I was saying that, you know, we really need to dispel these misinformation and this disinformation that is propelling, you know, the society, because I heard a guy talking about the registration to RADA, and he was of the impression that if you're growing in your backyard, then you have to register with RADA. Right, and the Minister of Agriculture had to, you know, take time out of his busy schedule just to address that. The Minister of Agriculture is someone that I went to school with. Is someone I know very well.
Okay, yes, right?
Great. But these these misinformation is out there, and a lot of people are running with it. And like I said to you before, how do you go about getting across to these people? Because these people are not just talking amongst themselves. There are people out there that are seeking information, and sometimes these are the information that they're getting, right? And they're actually believing in it, because a lot of us are not. We're using our smartphones to do a lot of things, but we're not using it effectively. Because I tell people all the time, it's so easy to just go on a Google search and fact check a lot of these things that you see out there, and you will get these information.
Yeah. I'm going to have to run those up. Thank you so much.
Yeah, man.
Big up yourself and take care of yourself. Okay. Yeah, we have Fabulous and we have Mr. Vegas there. Fabulous, hi. Fabulous 40.
Go to the next person.
All right. Okay. User 579. Hey. No. Fourth term PM. Good night, sir.
Night. How are you, man?
I'm not too bad. How are you?
There, man. There.
Vegas, what's on your mind?
Well, what I heard, and I think we all are concerned about the mindset of the people and what we're trying to do to basically save them from themselves.
Yes.
But I think I've reached a point after seeing and after hearing what the PNP mission is and seeing the reaction of the people who follow the PNP.
Uh-huh.
I think I'm at a point where I believe that people who are in a poverty situation, I think they're going to stay there.
In a what situation? Sorry, in a what situation?
People who are in poverty.
Poverty.
People who are in poverty.
Oh.
The poor, right? The people who are quote unquote suffering. I think I've reached a point where just looking at what's happening, I think
you don't think that they can be. You don't think they can be helped.
I don't think there will ever be a Jamaica without a high rate of poverty. Because I think I've come to the point where I believe that people who claim that they are suffering do not want to be helped. Because for the life of me, I cannot understand how you still support any entity or anyone who you hear, putting forward information how to stop you from getting out of that situation. It's like,
but you don't think, Mr. Vegas, that it is deeper than that, that it's psychological, because the very people that were saying that were there telling the very people that it is the other side that if they were in power, that's what Mr. Campbell said. Mr. Man, the man we talk about Saltfish, that if Markie G were prime minister, things would have been better. You don't think that there is some mental, psychological manipulating of the people, a controlling of their thinking?
When will we take responsibility for our own interest and doing?
But education, Mr. Vegas, is an enlightener. Education helps you to think, not to be controlled. People who are not as educated, Mr. Vegas, they tend to be vulnerable, to manipulation.
You see, when I look at education, when I look at education and academia and reality, I look at education at times as being just relative. Yeah? Because when a man hungry, a man knows I'm hungry. When a man asleep on the tarpaulin, he knows he must sleep on the tarpaulin. When a man knows him not on a roof over him head, he know that. You see? How much more can I educate you to tell us, yo, you don't have no water in your pipe for 40 odd years. And if you see a man come to put the water in your pipe, you get rid of the man. You're an idiot. I don't need to go to school to learn that. I don't need to be quote unquote educated to know say that is nonsense I just did. I cannot hear people planning how to destroy me and I run and go embrace the same people them and jumping up. And
but then, Mr. Vegas, why do people stay in abusive relationships? If they're not fools, you know. Sometimes, Mr. Vegas, there is what you call trauma bonding, where
I understand Stockholm syndrome and things, but
right.
A lot of people stay.
And then Adam Smith spoke about the poverty of aspirations, where he's speaking about how your environment shapes how you are able to aspire. There's a lot of things here, sir. And when people use the carrot and they classically condition you over time, it's hard to break out, you know.
Listen to me. If we look at classical conditioning and we look at the experiments, the experiment was done on objects or subjects that were stationed or programmed or confined without freedom. Yeah. So in case of the monkey and stuff like that. But look at this. We have to be careful how we conflate the two. Yeah, when it comes down to abuse and people who are living in poverty. Yeah. Some people who are being abused. Let's say a woman has 5 pigs for a man. Yeah, 5 children for a man. She knows that she'll get abused, but if she leave, hungry are going to reach the children. Them. She stay because of the children. Them. The man are the provider, so forth and so on. Yeah. Sometimes it's fear. Some people stay in relationships, abusive relationships, because they are fearful of what is going to happen to them. So we have to be careful when we conflate the two. What is happening here in Jamaica since I was a pitney is people who are living in shackles, people who are still doing popular, meaning defecating bags and spinning. People are still living in deplorable conditions, and they are carrying out the same chores constantly, the same activities, the same voting, the same diarrhea, and it's not working out. So at some point, they have to realize that, this fire, this stove is hot. I can't put my hand on the stove and continue to get burned. There's no way, neighbor, no one can justify people hearing a voice note or messages leaked from the executive body of the PNP saying we will do things to jeopardize what is good for you, to rebuild your country, to rebuild your community, to prepare a better future for your children and still support the people who are planning to do that. That is a problem, neighbor.
Yeah, but remember now, Mr. Vegas, that you have tribes, and when you understand the whole concept of tribalism, tribes don't worry about nothing else but them tribe, They find their survival within their tribes, and so the existence of a tribe is all that many people thinks about. That is why I don't like this whole thing where people talk about me born PNP or me born labor right. You are born a human being and you become through various means, whatever you choose to become. Because there are people who have unbecome labor rights and there are people who have unbecome PNP. Look at Julian Chang. She was a comrade, now she's a labor right. That is it. But those people who are tribalists, Mr. Vegas, they're not going business with nothing else but them party. As far as them concerned, the PNP, NEC is doing exactly what they would do.
Mm-hmm. But you see, a tribe, as you mentioned earlier on, yeah, the tribe that I think you're talking about.
Yes.
They say they fend for themselves and they basically survive. They know how to survive. They don't go and say the next tribe is stopping us from surviving, or look for means to survive from the other tribe. Yeah. So the problem here is you, neighbor, is blaming me for your condition. Yes, I am trying to help you, but the people who are causing your reality, you're embracing them.
Yeah, and I get your point. I absolutely, it is fascinating. But
it's crazy.
Yeah, let me tell you something. Sir, I still am surprised. Mind you, I understand the malignant influence of money on the last election. But when I see Vegas, the type of performance that was laid down by the Andrew Holness government and see how the last election was fought. I'm concerned, you know.
Very much.
I am concerned. You're talking about less about 10,000. Vegas, have you ever seen in Jamaica the type of performance, the type of government that is on display now?
Never.
And this is not you talking as a liberal. This is you talking as someone who have some experience about Jamaica. You're an artist. You know about struggle in Jamaica.
Listen to my neighbor. When Warmington said that he was not going to give the PNP council whosoever did win that election in the local government, I burned a fire upon him too.
Yeah. Oh yes. That when he said that over in Olaba Bay.
Man, and I respected the Prime Minister then and for his action towards the situation. Yeah. So I'm not surprised though, because as me say, I think I come to the conclusion where I just accept that people in Jamaica who are suffering over the years will continue to suffer because they put the party before themselves, before their interest. And that not going to change.
Not going to change, yeah. You're quite right about that, you know. In that regard, Mr. Vegas, how would you advise the Jamaica Labour Party to approach its job as it moves towards the fourth term? I see where you are a strong proponent for the fourth term. Because here you have a group of people that you will never convince them that they should vote Labour. But the electorate in Jamaica continues to be larger than those who turn out to the poll. What would be the strategy to break into those persons who are staying away from the polls?
Enough sensible people like me and you who will see beyond what they're trying to do. Who will not stay home and let the lady who went to the meeting, the town hall meeting, and jump up and touch off Mark Golden face and run around the room and say I was a go-go. And then the next day go back under the top rail and go live. Yeah, we will not stay home and say we now make she decide our future, our children's future. We going out to vote. We are going to canvass. We are going to we're going to hop from platform to platform. And if they kick out of the box, they might have disrespect with. We have a bigger situation at hand. We have a country to save and a set of people who we know say them people that they mean themselves well and the children in future depend on them. But we now gonna make the comrades them where now have no teeth, where in them 60s and still across Andrew Wellness say he make them a suffer. We now make them decide the future anymore. The days done when JBC or TVJ or 2 radio stations and 2 TV stations alone and we can't let our voices be heard. Because trust me, if we did not have the digital outlet now or this new technological era, that voice note would have been suppressed.
That's true.
You see?
That's true.
That would have been suppressed. And all the things they talk about Andrew and say him thief money and him a criminal, that would have dominated the headlines.
That is true. Mr. Vegas, yeah, Jamaican for Justice today came out and said that the voice note is a disgrace. RJR, Dion Jackson Miller, she said that it's sick stomach. Vegas, don't you think that this is a positive sign in terms of at least one civic society group and one media personality that is putting or lending their support to the vast majority of Jamaicans that are saying shameless from the PNP?
Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice or 3 times, shame on me. Yeah? I'm not taking no argument or no talk or no outburst or no disgusting whatever they want to put out. So them disgust with the thing from Dion Jackson Miller, Jamaica for Justice, or any one of them, because guess what? this little thing that they might show to let us think that they are neutral. They are not neutral.
Oh.
They are not objective. They are not neutral. This is just so bad.
Oh.
Where if them sit and don't say anything, because you still have them bring out. I was listening to Diane Jackson Miller, and two of the persons who she was speaking to, they were saying, oh, but it's both parties do this type of thing, you know, and they wanted basically, you know, to generalize it. You understand what I'm saying? So I don't want Diane Jackson Miller cannot give me no basket for carry water. Jamaica for Justice cannot give me no basket to carry water. All the civil groups in Jamaica cannot give me no basket to carry any water. This is just very bad. And and they are going to look very, very bad in the public eyes. Yeah? If they don't say something about it. It's a bad week or a bad month or a bad 2 weeks for Mark Golding. He looked out of place in wherever they had a town hall meeting in Westmoreland. You know, I think that meeting was more about letting Damian Crawford know send us a chance. But the Jamaican people who will bring this country forward and move this country forward, I think we have enough. But trust me, neighbor, I am telling you this again and before I go to bed. Jamaican people who have suffered for so many years and continue to suffer, they are going to continue to suffer. Many of them, because they do not want better. Sizzler sing a song say, I'm going to take myself away because you don't know what's good for yourself.
Wow. Nice intervention from you, Mr. Vegas. Thank you so much. Excellent. Excellent. Can you imagine that though? An observation that look in the crowd at Mr. Golding's meeting and look at those people jumping up and shouting and carrying on. Look at that lady. She says she was a stripper. She living on that tarpaulin. Why I tell you?
I think poor people are idiots. Poor people is gonna reach a stage where they're gonna start rebel and take out back some of them things.
Amazing stuff. Fabulous 40, are you there?
Yes, good night, neighbor. Good night, Curtin. Hi, Harry, and the panel. How are you guys?
Good night, Fabulous.
Hi.
So, I as you know, my local business sometimes when I want to speak, it take me away into different parts. But however, I'm still at work, so I'll make it quick. You know, what I just want to share that even neighbor was touching on the point where our Prime Minister went away and everybody was talking about is whose money. That is such a shameful thought for us as a country and people to talk about whose money and the Prime Minister to promote and defend and to be speaking about it. He's died to go. And some of us, as Harry rightly mentioned, dialogues are made not under the bed, that's under the bed. In these parts, you have to make decision also for the country. So it's not like the Prime Minister was always under a rock and I make decision for the country. Always are thinking about care packages for people and people don't have light and water. And because we don't know how government work, that's why we sit and talk all kind of rubbish and nonsense. You understand? And I don't know if Prime Minister Andrew Owen's name is the easiest one to call. Why everything we call Andrew name so? I don't know. You understand? And because we don't understand that even the leader of the opposition is an opposition in waiting to lead the country. Why does he not have some of the responsibility of the country even to oppose collectively? You come in on a platform in a town hall meeting to say one Markie Jeep on the app. What is that?
Mm-hmm.
Is this a Prime Minister in waiting?
Mm-hmm.
One Markie Jeep on the app? What is this?
Well, clearly, Mr. Golding is not.
Common people like me.
He's not intending to go anywhere. Yeah, clearly,
everybody everybody in the town when him said 1 mark, everybody be yeah.
Well,
he's like yeah, and Ray government to no want.
Well,
you understand? No one governance.
Do you think the politics? Do you think the politics will settle down now, ma'am? And or do you think that we are in for a continuation of the divisive politics that has characterized the country since the election?
We are in for a continuation.
Oh my!
But these PMP will not stop. They will burn the country down and rule over the ashes. They will not stop. Right now, they are plotting somewhere else because guess what? This vice note that leak and it's out in the public. Them coming with something else. They will not stop. They want power at all costs. They will not stop.
Yes, but power is available, you know, ma'am. But power is not achieved necessarily through these means. Democracy espouses the virtues of participation, and in Jamaica, we have had a strong tradition of democratic government, the electing of democratic government, and although I suspect that in the 90s there were some errors, but I think that over the last 3 elections, Jamaicans have gotten it correct. Do you think that Jamaicans will get it correct again? By the way, I hear that there were some men crying on a platform last night.
I think we will get it right because our prime ministers tell us that it's a battle for the minds. As long as well-thinking Jamaica understand the assignment, we will get it right.
But talking about the battle for the mind, Mr. Vegas just spoke to the state of mind of many Jamaicans who he says are going to remain in those states that they are, simply because of how they are thinking. What do you think about it?
Yes, neighbor, lots of them, because I was just on a platform just a short while ago, and a young lady was talking about government should cut up land that you're living on for 40 years and give you a title, even if the land is not yours. Cut it up and give it to the people them that live in there, and all these things. So some of them will remain where they are.
Oh my goodness.
Some of them will remain where we are, even when somebody on the platform trying to explain to her what it is like, she was going on and on and on. So some of them, their minds, they will be where they are for the rest of the days. They're not moving. And when the gentleman was saying that so we were saying to take Eva Ingram off the platform the other day, but discussion like these, people like Ingram will stay where he is for his dying days because he will stay there forever in that place. So when we are having a constructive,
but Mr. Ingram is not a poor man. Mr. Ingram is not a poor man, you know, ma'am. Mr. Ingram is not a poor man, you know. Mr. Ingram is not a poor man.
His mind, his capacity of his mind, and we will stay where he is because he's not taking his mind out of the gutter. So when you're having conversation and productive conversation, they can't move past the gutter.
I see. Well,
so they will be there.
I think Mr. Ingram,
so on a platform like yours, they will come to this track when you have a hurry and a people that's having when you're having a constructive conversation.
What I think we should do more of in Jamaica, you see, ma'am, is that we need to take the hatred out of the politics. Politics is about discussing ideas, you know, ma'am. And if you look at the United States, there are red states, you know, ma'am, and blue states. Did you know, ma'am, that states like Texas, no Democrat can't win that anytime soon, you know, California and Washington? You think the Republicans will win Washington or Ohio? Well, Ohio is a swing state. But America is a deeply divided country when it comes down to politics, you know, Republicans, Democrats. Yeah. And when you look at the United Kingdom, the Conservative Party, the Labour Party, now they have reform. They have a lot of parties there. They they don't fight like us, ma'am, and nasty up the politics. And they are rigorous. You go and listen to the Prime Minister's question time in the UK Parliament on Tuesdays. Thorough, fierce debates. But nothing like what we have here, ma'am. You know, the nastiness. We need to cut out that part of it, man. We need to make the politics about discussions. You know, I say that I don't do debates. I don't have debates, you know. I have conversations. On this program is conversations that matter. We don't get into debates, ma'am. Debates don't make no sense. Debates are a waste of time because the debate was settled on September 3rd. Argument done. As Markie G said. One Markie G on the app. Anyway, take care of yourself.
Please allow me to interrupt.
Yeah. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Good evening to everyone over there on YouTube. I think we have 450 guests listening. We're going to ask you to press that X button at the top and give the live stream a thumbs up, please. Okay, thank you so much.
Great. Okay, where do we go now? Paulette Lee. We're gonna have to cut the time here. Paulette Lee. Paulette. No Paulette. Aquabi. No Aquabi. Joy CPAS. Hello, Joy. No Joy. Oh, my listeners don't want to talk to me. Well, let's go to TV Man. TV Man.
I'm here, man.
Hi, how are you? What's on your mind?
I'm just listening what's going on. But I was on another podcast. Do you realize that Arvin Hill went in down that way about some money with the PMP members, parish councillors and all these people to find out, to give them some money towards the people who sell and people who have a little business and all of these things. And none of them turned up at that meeting.
The what?
Only Miss Julian Chang alone turned up at the meeting.
Oh, wow. I never heard that.
Them didn't turn up. Yeah, them didn't turn up.
Uh-oh.
They didn't turn up.
Not so good at all.
It's like they keep a meeting early in the day, in the morning, that they wouldn't go. Because them don't want the people to get no benefit down there. Them all the people around, so you know. As I said to you, they have the people like project. They have the people at that project. They do what they want with them when they want with them. You know, them could give the people them white rat in my mouth in I scientist cage where them joke with Neagle. Them look something there. But I was still watching the thing with Markie G last night.
Yeah, what you think about that Markie G comment there, TV Man?
The man couldn't listen to me. I want to look into that and look at the physical aspect of the man with my talk.
Yes.
The man come like he couldn't even get off of the ground with words. He couldn't even get off of the ground with words. Because he know what he's going to say. You don't know if anybody in that crowd, maybe if anybody in that crowd then just say, hey, you run God.
Oh.
No, it's like you have a fear. Because what's happening, maybe when they look for turn up, and Julika just never turn up. None of the, I just have few two councillors there, so but nobody not really turn up to the meeting. None of the MPs and none of the people in there that's supposed to be representing, because remember Dewey and Vaz, none of them not turn up. You understand? So it's like him finding himself on him home down there last night, and being there, him don't even know where to start from with words. When he get to word, you see, just a tell the lie, them just a spill, them just a spill, him just a try to spit. When in have a reason why him never vote for the Nara. He just telling the people one thing in the Nara. Then you find one problem. So he could still vote and the people get them benefit. And you deal with that one problem as you go along. But they just knowing of themselves, they don't vote. And because they go talk with a set of audience who don't talk back to them, a set of audience who don't want to know
what they're about and why they didn't vote. What other avenue they're going to let them get help because they didn't vote for them.
Let me ask you something, TV man. When an opposition loses an election, it provides the opposition with an opportunity to review, introspect, look at why it lost. In other words, you take for yourself for a while. I mean, it's a rejection, you know, so you were rejected at the poll. It's nothing to you to be proud about. And the fact of the matter is that it is your third straight rejection. Would you if you are looking at girl TV man, and she rejects you 3 times, would you keep trying?
No, never.
You'd move on.
Yes, I would move on.
I
would move on.
I would.
First of all, if she's rejecting me, and if I'm going to force myself for she to like me, that means she could do anything to me in the long run to come.
Right.
I'm still happy as a puppet.
Yeah. No. But if you are going to pursue her still, then you would have to look at why is it she's rejecting me.
Yes.
Something about me. There's nothing. Why she reject me? So fix up yourself.
Yeah, you need to scope your own. Own surround.
Maybe your breath not smell good. Maybe you.
Yes. You have to evaluate yourself.
Yeah.
You have to evaluate yourself.
You have to evaluate yourself. So you take away yourself and you go and you fix up yourself.
Yes.
The PNP, they have not done that. They have continued the pursuit.
Continue.
Yeah.
They just keep continue pushing. So them not time to stop and evaluate themselves.
Right.
They just keep doing things. They just keep going on like a damn win, a damn power.
Right.
And really retreat themselves and say, I'm going to work with the government till election time again.
Give yourself 2 years or 2 years, man, and go and look at your strategy. Yes. Look at why you failed. Put some. You could do your work, political work, quietly. You don't have to be out there being an obstructionist opposition. You can take for yourself, man, and work your ground.
Why them down there, neighbor? That's why them can't out there, because the money we then get for the constituency fund and all these money we then get for help the people them with. Then take it and run politics. Damien went tell Damien that the other day, said, put up the money where you get, because we are going to want the little money where you have for campaigning time. Right? So them now really run off for them gas. They run off a fuel gas of the taxpayer of this country who will then get the money to come do what them to do with it. These people are some sort of demon. And I said it's a disease. When you have this kind of love for PMP in a PMP system, it's a disease. It takes you over. You see nothing else but it. Because neighbor, how can you vote for people for 50 odd years, 40 odd years? You come see your mother, your grandmother, and these people have built nothing there for your life to be better off. And you still join the line doing the same thing. It's a disease.
You think it's a disease?
It's like somebody did that bush take over one tree and it just start to swing by a heavy tree. Start to kill out all the tree them now one in the whole surrounding.
My goodness.
It's a disease. Yes, son. We have to wall up with head. Never, not care what. If I say I'm a liberal, and if I wake up tomorrow morning, I can't talk like some liberal who said, nothing now go on. I'm not looking for a personal handout. I want to see my country in the best. I want to hear people in America can say, Jamaica nice. I want to hear when people come here, they want to come back here. I want my country to provide opportunity. A lot of opportunity that we used to hear about America, why some people have to go to America. And I'm seeing it taking root here. People are getting opportunity here. Young people are getting jobs. Young people are getting skill. Young people are in the hotel industry. Then go overseas, go work, them come back here, come work, because then get exposed and experience and all these things. There's so much things the Prime Minister have been opening up. When you build out Jamaica with infrastructure, people are going to go live and people are going to go utilize the system. A lot of different things going to be in that area. So we can learn from it. But the PMP is only for one thing. Politics. And if it is not their way, it's no other way. Nobody else can do nothing but them. And if you give him the button tomorrow morning and say, run your leg on the field, instead of run on the field, run cross with the field.
Do you think TV man, that, and you're a man that understands the politics, that this piece of tape is going to be deleterious, meaning hurt the PNP?
It's going to hurt them. It's going to hurt them because let me tell you something. This what them do, and people going to start look on them different. You have the one where famous PMP when there's nothing wrong with them. So you know about my PM no mind. Because I'm already paint the color that he want to paint the color already. But you have people who will listen and people who supposed to get benefit or people who live in the volatile areas that they're going to say, then really me never know. All these time here them talk about me never know how them cause the problem. Because you see, a person can only tell so much lie to neighbor. But you see, when the light catch up on him and when you're on the next person when I tell lie on, buck up in front, and you say, but now you didn't tell me, say, I Miss Matty did down the road. I Miss Matty said, me you never down the road. When you find out from neighbor, you find say everything start to fall in place, everything start tear down on that person right there, you know, because that person have no answer to not right this, you know, and that's exactly what is going on. Because this piece of tape you see come out, neighbor. And not just, it's when it's a WhatsApp group, we have more than 10 or 15 people in our WhatsApp group. When we say we are in a group, especially a group like the PMP group, it's a group with organization people who all, some of them as we were talking about last night. So they all know what they're talking about all these times. So it's not strange to them. So when I hear Daniel Jackson come out and talking some things, she may be in the same group too.
Yes.
She may be in the same group, but she now look twisted and come out. She will have to come out and say something, you know. And when you meet them one way and spot them on the shoulder and say, no matter mind what me saying, because we have to put something make it look like say. Yeah. She may be in the same group.
I see. Wow. That is.
One of them are listening. They're planning. They know. Look here. They have this thing to say they are lawyers and they are bright people. Then tell me that truth, neighbor. They for some bright people perform and operate. Well, it makes sense me send my picnic at school go get education.
Well, that is true, sir. Hold on there for me, TV man. Let Soji take a little at the time. Good night to you. Hello, Soji. Hi.
Good night, neighbor.
I'm doing all right, man. How you doing?
Every night, man.
Yeah?
Good, you know, man, kind of did mash up today still because, you know, it's kind of like hurtful to hear this thing where I run on the internet, you know. After, but I want to say this to you, though, before I even start.
Sorry, you said hurt you?
Yeah, man. I crack up to them, man, you know, talking about it, you know.
Oh.
It was painful,
you know,
talking about it. You know why, neighbor?
No.
After the hurricane, I spent a month and a half away from my family, assisting family in Westmoreland and St. Elizabeth, with whatever we could, aid, food, water, shelter, whatever we could. You know, wading through water, waist deep, to get food to people, and to hear this voice note, and to know that we're paying these people our tax dollars. It really dawned on me that, you know, it's a lost cause with some people in Jamaica. You know, and it's really hurtful to hear a man who eat my tax dollar. I say, listen, we're not give them, you know. We're not give them because we have to stop the government, so we're not give them. And then dead for hungry. Like whatever happen. You know, so it kind of really laid down on me that would have wasted my time, which I know I didn't, you know, but to hear these people who we put in place to help the people saying such a thing, you know, how can you digest such an argument? You know, how do you really digest such an argument? You know, so, but I just want to say this. I hear Ian Jackson Miller had 2 guests on our program, and they said something. They said something about politics and both parties do it. But tonight, on your live, neighbor.
Yes.
I'm telling you this. If I should ever be alive any day and hear a member of any JLP say such a thing, that was the last day I would have voted.
You would not support the Labour Party?
No, sir. No, sir. Not ever again. I'm telling you, serious. I would not never ever do that again. I'm serious. If they should sit in our group and say they are holding back Jamaica because of personal gain, because I love Jamaica more than everything else, neighbor, Labour Party come second to Jamaica. It's not a question for me. That's why I serve my country. Labour Party come second. It's second in the books. But Jamaica. You understand me?
Wow.
So I'm telling you.
You don't think that the Labour Party is like this? You don't?
No, sir. No. I never think that for once. No. I've never think that for once because the Labour Party have always been performing. The Labour Party has always been for the people. That is what I have seen. I've never seen them against the people. They've always been for the people. The only time you rise from the mud in Jamaica is when the Labour Party is in the power. And the records is there to speak. We cannot go around it. The records are there to speak for itself. It's not me saying it. It's what is there in front of you.
Yeah. You think it reveals the character of the party, PNP, the character of the party.
And yes, neighbor. You know, I have always been saying this, neighbor. And when I look at the state of look at Hanover, neighbor, they have 7 PMP councillors. And look at the state of Hanover. And it's not now. From PMP was in power until now. Look at the state of Hanover. Just look at the state of Hanover. You understand what I'm saying to you? So these are the things they do. They hold back things from the people for them to keep coming back, for them to give them a little peace, give them the whole life so we can control them. It's always been their tactics. This is only that the Bible tells you that whatever is in the dark will come to light. It's just the moment now for them to be exposed. You understand? So
what is fast?
That's just That's just how it is. But I just want to say that you guys continue to do the program. The other night I enjoyed the program with Dr. Nadine Spence.
Yes.
You know, I mean, it was an awesome discussion. I just listen. These are the things, and you know, Vega said something earlier. More people are listening, and those who are listening have Jamaica in mind. They intend to see a good Jamaica. You understand? Instead of people running around, so they used to dance go-go and all of that. You know, it's kind of like more people are sensitized.
There is a disconnect, though. You know, there's a disconnect, though. You know, Soji, that when I listen to those people over there in St. Elizabeth, I wonder because they sound as if no help has come to them. How comes? The government said it has spent $70 billion. There is all type of.
I spent a month and a half in St. Elizabeth. 3 days after the hurricane until a month and a half after that. Across St. Elizabeth neighbor. Distributing food and water and tarpaulin. It's not an accident, I'm telling you what I did. Right across St. Elizabeth and Westmoreland. So these people, we give food until people say they don't want any food anymore, neighbor. And they move them on to get to start out. When I ask them, I tell you.
Yeah, but you know, sir, the international, the world is now a global village, and somehow, sir, I don't know, because when I listen to the meeting there, I ask myself the question: are these people speaking the truth? Are they really? I don't know. I don't.
Well, neighbor,
it's really so it's here.
Is it truth in PMP? After what you heard, is it truth in PMP?
Well, I heard Dayton Campbell saying that it breaks his heart to listen to them. Why can't their members of parliament provide some help, man? If it is true.
All right, listen to this.
Why did Mr. Golding, when he was going there, why didn't Mr. Golding draw out $1 couple $1 million out of him account and carry go help them?
All right, so listen to this, neighbor. Golding have to draw out an account, neighbor. He could have just said to a few sponsors, I'm going into St. Elizabeth, give me $2 million so I can work. Listen to me, neighbor.
Yes.
Neighbor, I come from St. Elizabeth.
All that lady that says she's still on that, she's a stripper. And she didn't make no.
I live from St. Elizabeth, and when I go to St. Elizabeth, I don't have much. I have to work with a little thing in my pocket. If you understand what I said, I have to work with a little thing. You know, when I got your country, you have to work it. So, what I'm saying to you is that you, neighbor, if you decide to go on a drive tonight to raise some fund for some people, you would collect more than $3.9 million.
Me, sir?
Yes, sir.
Oh.
So if that is what the PNP were able to collect, the PNP is a dead party.
Okay. Cooking time.
$3.9 million.
Cooking time.
$3.9 million.
Producer.
Hmm?
Yeah, man, go ahead.
If $3.9 million was all they could be able to collect, neighbor, they are dead ass. PNP is a dead ass.
That is true.
Think about it.
Absolutely. But Soji, I'm running out of time. Take care of yourself. Catch you tomorrow.
Man, yeah, man. Every time, man. Blessings, man.
Respect.
Yeah, man.
Respect to you.
All right, big up yourself.
All right.
Yeah, man.
Well, look who we have Scratchy here. The producer said cooking time. Scratchy.
Night, neighbor. Caroline,
how are you, Scratchy? How are you?
I'm chilling, neighbor. I'm good.
Boy, Scratchy, your party seems to have found a strong leg in the communications. They're on top of their game these days. What's happening? You've been doing some work for them.
No, neighbor. I think the party is finally listening now, neighbor, to social media, neighbor.
Yes.
They're hearing, neighbor, all of their bloggers, neighbor, singing from the one card, neighbor, that the party need to do better, the party need to do this. So I think the party just play them all now, neighbor.
I think they are much more coordinated and organized, Scratchy. There's no question, and they got some hits, so we have to big them up.
Definitely, neighbor. I definitely big them up. How see them doing good. I like the effort. Applaud the effort, man.
Applaud the effort of the party. Scratchy, with the little time that we have left here, the Jamaican for Justice is coming out today to say that they're disappointed with the PNP's leak. Also Dion Jackson Miller from RJR. You are the political analyst here, Scratchy. How do you see that? Those two dissenting voices, actually.
I mean, neighbor, two persons, neighbor, I think, neighbor, that come out and made their statement, neighbor. I don't know if they made their statement, neighbor, as a result of how shameful, neighbor, the voice notes were, our leak were coming out of the PNP. Or if they're just making their statement, neighbor, as a result, because persons are always saying that Jamaican for Justice are biased. They only see one side, they only talk about things when the Jamaica Labour Party do it. I even Dion Jackson Miller herself never see someone who also get that type of critique as well. So I can't say how genuine it is, neighbor. But
you think it's because of how bad it is that they just have to say something?
Yes, neighbor, it is definitely. I think it is as a result of how bad it is, neighbor. They would have to say something. But in terms of any political repercussion or any great political spin-off, neighbor, I just can't see it, neighbor, because Jamaica politics, neighbor, is set in a way, neighbor, where it's not what you say, neighbor. It's more who it is coming from, neighbor, which carry the weight. It's not really who say it is who, and I don't think, neighbor, that any other persons, neighbor, who voice is very those voice no, neighbor. I don't think any of these persons, neighbor, carry any political, any great interest from a political standpoint, neighbor.
Influence.
Or if we should hear that one of these persons step aside, I don't know what position them hold. I would that satisfy us or in any way, shape, or form. So, it's not like the people who are holding the form of power, neighbor, and are holding the high position in the hierarchy. Affecting the PNP, it might just allow Jamaicans, neighbor, to finally know, so yes, this is what we have been thinking, and to finally see it leak or know where the PNP is, neighbor. But I don't see it causing no great issues, neighbor, going forward for them guys here, neighbor.
Okay. I think we should tell our listeners that this voice note, not one member of the PNP will walk away from the PNP for it, and it will not lose the PNP any of their tribal votes. But don't you think that where it hurts the party, Scratchy, is that it will not attract independent votes to the party? In other words, those people who have Jamaica's interests at heart, the PNP will have a difficulty attracting them.
Yeah, but the PNP is not interested in attracting those people neither.
But they can't win. They can't win without it. They can't win.
Yes, but neighbor, if you look at how the People's National Party is campaigning, neighbor, this is a political party that is directly campaigning towards its base.
But its base. You think its base is bigger than the 410,000 that turned out at the last election?
No, not to say the base is bigger than the 410,000 that came out in the last election, neighbor. The strategy that the PNP is doing, neighbor, is to damage the political landscape, make it seem like it is very combustive, make it seem like it is very attacking neighbor, so that the well-thinking person will take themselves away and don't want to participate in the political process. PNP don't want to gain them. PNP are trying to attract them neighbor. The PNP know neighbor that they cannot attract well-thinking Jamaicans. What PNP is trying to do neighbor is create a political landscape in Jamaica where it seems like it is easy for violence.
That's fascinating you say that. That is why you are the political analyst, Scratchy. So they want to turn people off.
Yes, neighbor, that is their aim, neighbor. Their aim is not to attract the well-thinking Jamaicans, neighbor. Their aim is to turn off people from the voting process, neighbor. Because the PNP knows, neighbor, that once people are not interested in the voting process, especially the well-thinking Jamaicans, neighbor, going base to base with the Jamaica Labour Party, neighbor, they know they stand a big chance.
A bigger chance, a good chance.
A bigger chance.
And especially neighbor, when you add the malignant use of money.
The malignant. Yeah, but the PNP is not interested in sending campaigning towards no well-thinking Jamaicans, neighbor. The PNP message is not for well-thinking Jamaicans, neighbor. The PNP message is to rally its base. It is to rally its core supporters, neighbor, and see how they can keep them active because they believe, neighbor, that if they keep this group active, neighbor, and well-thinking Jamaicans, neighbor, is not interested in the electoral process, how are they going to be turned off, neighbor? By making it seem victimizing, by attacking persons, neighbor, by making it seem like it is easy for violence to come about, very, very combative. That all of this style of PNP are the neighbor is to turn on the well-thinking Jamaicans neighbor from the process and to continue to say that the two parties by the same thing, we don't want to vote, we don't want to be a part of the process. That is what PNP is aiming to do. PNP don't want to attract no well-thinking Jamaicans. They know they cannot get them. They know they don't have no policy to guide these people. They don't have no program to attract these people, neighbor. So their ultimate aim is to muddy the water.
Well, that is fantastic. Fantastic, and to understand it from that perspective. Now, in that regard, Scratchy, if the election comes down to a base-to-base election, don't you think that the party that you support still comes away with the advantage that their base has grown?
All right, neighbor. The Jamaica Labour Party base, neighbor, as I wouldn't say, neighbor, I'm going to clear this up the right way. Support for the Jamaica Labour Party has grown, neighbor. I don't have the direct numbers. I don't have the in-depth information if I can class these people as being a part of the base. But I can definitely tell you that support for the Jamaica Labour Party has grown. Now, the difference that I see, neighbor, with the Jamaica Labour Party supporters and the People's National Party supporters, neighbor. People's National Party supporters, neighbor, is a group, neighbor, that is more entwined with the electoral process, neighbor. These guys willing to go there, they're willing to fight, they're willing to vote. The Jamaica Labour Party, neighbor, are what they call well-thinking Jamaicans, neighbor, where the least little things, neighbor, if something is not done properly or something they still not look right, neighbor, these persons will not go to the polls and lock them vote for the Jamaica Labour Party. So that PNP understand that and PNP know that, neighbor. That is why PNP is trying their best to make the government look a certain way so that the well-thinking Jamaicans, neighbor, can be turned off. Because PNP know that well-thinking Jamaicans are already turned off from them. Don't see them as an option. So I'm not going to come here and tell you that the Jamaica Labour Party base has increased because I don't have the exact numbers. But I can definitely tell you that support for the Jamaica Labour Party has increased. But if I should call them base supporters, I don't think a lot of them matriculate to being supporters or that we can call base. I think these are those people who like the policies of the program of the government, who like certain things that the government is doing, neighbor. But if something should go wrong, neighbor, these people will take themselves away from the electoral process. Meaning, and there have to be no government policy neither. These persons can't just wake up on the election day, neighbor, and them don't just tell themselves, I'm going to feel like before I vote. My hair hurt me, I'm going to feel the vibe. Labour Party supporters tend to relate to the voting process. Show up, because we don't want to believe it or not. The seniors that we like to talk about, neighbor, these seniors go out and vote early in the morning. That's why PNP bang on them, because PNP knows the neighbor, they can put on them pat on the seniors. The younger generation or the Gen Z, it is very difficult, neighbor, for you to say, okay, I see In my constituency, when I see conference, I see 10 to 30, 40 bus leaving my constituency with a lot of young people. But why an election day, I'm not seeing these same young people nearby in the line of vote.
Yeah.
So I think support for the Jamaica Labour Party has increased, but I can't say that their base has increased to a significant number because I don't think I can match a lot of these people. Not because they vote for the Jamaica Labour Party in one election or two elections. I don't think that put you a part of the Jamaica Labour Party base. Base is you know that you're going to turn out whether or not, whether rain or shine, whether sun or shine, whether you get one labor right hat or you don't get a hat, whether you get a shirt or you don't get a shirt, you're going to still turn up to the polls of the Markie X. You get me? Those are people I consider to be base people. But I think we have a lot of persons there who support the Jamaica Labour Party who are easily turned off for the simplest of things.
Okay. Finally, Scratchy. The PNP's town hall meeting yesterday. What is the political purpose of the meeting? What are they trying to achieve?
All right. When I say neighbor, a town hall meeting neighbor, like what the PNP are this to the neighbor. If you look at it, if you put it in context, neighbor, you look at it and you say, okay, then an opposition party keeping a town hall meeting, neighbor. In the reality, neighbor, election is not due until 2030, almost 4.5 years, neighbor, away from election. So you say to yourself, neighbor, within the first 7-8 months, what political benefit is there for an opposition party who have no form of executive power?
Yes.
Who cannot go to the go to NWA and tell the head of NWA to mobilize some trucks or something to go down in St. Elizabeth, neighbor. But despite that, these people are still keeping town hall meetings. So you say to yourself, what you do have the executive power? You cannot change the need. They cannot do anything. So why these town hall meetings? So what we have to do, neighbor, also remember that, neighbor, that this type of political behavior that was seen from the PNP, neighbor, and this type of town hall meeting, it is not something, neighbor, that has to directly do with the PNP against the government, neighbor. It is the PNP, neighbor, campaign because of the leadership race that is to come. So Mark Jefferson Golden, neighbor, is using style, neighbor, in drumming up his support, neighbor, for the leadership race. Election cannot be contested in that party until 2027, neighbor. So he cannot go all out, neighbor, make it look like he's campaigning. So he have to shape it in a certain way, neighbor, to trick the people and to make it look like, okay, this is a town hall meeting against what the government policy and government program. But
so this has nothing to do with the next election. This is about the internal dynamics.
This has nothing to do with the next election, neighbor. It would be foolish for an opposition party to be keeping town hall meetings. So what mileage are you going to gain from this?
Yes, well, that is
you
why
have no executive power.
That is why we tell the listeners to tune in here every night to Politics Matter JA. You're on YouTube. That is why you tune in.
But I don't continue, but him did say a politics meeting, you know. But him just want to start the meeting, said it's not politics meeting.
I'm show you a point to that now, TV man. Let's show you. All right, him says that a politics meeting. Now, TV man. The People's National Party have only one seat in St. Elizabeth. Neighbor, the one seat that the People's National Party have in St. Elizabeth, neighbor, is Zulika Jess. No, Zulika Jess, neighbor, is someone, neighbor. She might not be making any sense, but one thing I can tell you, she make a lot of noise.
Yes.
No, in a settings like that, neighbor.
Yes, she make a lot of noise.
Yeah, she make a lot of noise, man.
Yes.
In a settings like that, neighbor. Why your only member of parliament who seems to be so outspoken? Why she wasn't a part of that more in that town hall meeting more than the host of the tour, the host who's a loser, neighbor. Miranda Wellington, neighbor, got more attraction out of that town hall meeting than Zulika Jess, who is currently a political representative.
Yes.
So it goes to show you, neighbor, that Zulika Jess, neighbor, it is widely speculated that she's Team Crawford.
Oh.
Yes.
She was shown at the town hall meeting.
Yes.
Miranda Wellington, neighbor, who ran on the PNP ticket and lost in the general election, neighbor, got more attention out of that town hall meeting than one member of parliament that PNP have in St. Elizabeth.
Fascinating.
So it goes to show you, neighbor, that the risers are just drumming up their support, neighbor.
Fascinating to listen to this. Well, that is why
their support they're drumming up, neighbor. This was nothing to do with the government or the next election, neighbor. Mark Golding and the risers, neighbor, are using style, neighbor, and campaigning around for the internal election, neighbor. Mirinda Wellington, that lady there, neighbor, she got more attention out of that town hall meeting more than the current member of parliament, only female member of parliament who we have down there with Zulika Jess. Zulika Jess has been making like a nice neighbor in terms of government policy and government program. Why I'm not seeing more clippings and more recordings of Zulika Jess at that town hall meeting in St. Elizabeth?
That is correct. Very good observation.
Why? So it is clear, neighbor, that they bend Zulika Jess, neighbor, because Zulika Jess is a part of Team Crawford. It is speculated.
Yeah.
Mirinda Wellington is a part of the Risers United.
Yeah. Yeah. There you have it. There you have it. Let's give the main topic a couple of minutes. Hello, sir. Hello. The main topic. Hi. Good night to you. No. He's not there. We're 2 minutes after 10 o'clock. TV man, you have 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Wrap up for me, please.
Yes. I've been saying, what Scratchy and we're talking about here, we're on point with what we're saying because it's exactly what is taking place. Because as I said to you, there's none of them were there at the meeting. And him go and keep that meeting. As I said to you, him look so frightened because him start out with this politics meeting because I really want the people to start get up row. You want to feel them out and know what them do for them situation said towards him. Because when I'm drawing, I delegate him and try for drawing. I delegate him and take time drawing and I quiet there, Delegate him and take time drawing for himself and for cover himself.
And for show your TV, man, if you as an opposition leader, neighbor, say this is not a political meeting until you started, neighbor.
Yes.
The no team man who come on and talk about leader, about who want challenge the leader, you would have said to that person, sir, say this is not a political meeting.
Yes.
You didn't do that. You're buying tweet and says one Markie Jeep on the app.
Thank you.
Yes. I'm getting forward.
Yeah, you're buying to it. You're buying to the politics door. But you say that a politics meeting. But you're buying to it door.
Yes.
Let me tell you something,
Yes.
The PMB is just one big confused hurricane that blowing. Don't know where it's going to drop, where it's going. Don't even know where they hit it from the tail or where they hide it. Then just keep blowing. And if they can blow on something and they drop a ground, then keep blowing. Then just blow. Because right now, Damien, that's why you say Raymond Price keep quiet and a tiptoe, I go down the country there because he might try to secure things with Damien, but Damien not sure how strong he really is as yet. So you when you come out, give me Markie G, not chain, not for run with, for go run up and down, but Markie G done, she says, go on, then don't know go on already, So Damien, I say, watch when time come and if this time and show up and him will nobody enough to put him in this position yet. But them are undermine a dig the earth and about a 9 foot long time. Them are dig the earth and 9 foot. That's why I see everybody resign from the post because they know when time come out because they have the post, they can't do nothing. So they resign from the post. So about 4 of them are run off you watch and see where you go on. About 4 of them are run off About 4 had to go. I mean no bunting now make them going to take you say every time you have the money to spend and you want on premise and the premise for him a long time. Long time he promised me only the same amount on Prime Minister for Jamaica. So you watch how we are going. You see them talk along, them don't have them plan. 4 of them, can remember them. Everybody want power there, It's a power hungry place,
Yeah. Well, I'm out of time. TV man. Take care of yourself. Catch you tomorrow.
And thanks to the people and the viewers and everybody.
Okay.
So we see you tomorrow.
Yeah, we'll be here at 8:30.
Yeah, even though sometimes we come in late, but
yeah.
Well, we're going to get the information that will come back tomorrow. We can put it to the people.
Absolutely.
All right.
Fantastic. We'll see you at 8:30 tomorrow. Well,
Yes,
Scratchy.
Yes, neighbor.
Before you go, Scratchy, this comment by Golding won Markie G, and he said it in such an angry tone. Is Mark Golding insecure? Is Mark Golding losing the control, leadership? Is Golding leadership threatened?
As I said, neighbor, that I think, neighbor, that Mark Golding, neighbor, is concerned, neighbor, as to where he stands, neighbor. I think he knows, neighbor, that he doesn't hold the confidence, neighbor, for 27 members of parliament in his party, neighbor. And the greatest thing, I think he's just hearing 1 and 2 things. He don't have a full understanding of what is really going on. So he's speculating, neighbor, he's worried, he's concerned, neighbor. And as I can see, neighbor, in this town setting, neighbor, it shows how worried he is, neighbor, because you have to be out there, neighbor. 7 months of making it look like as if he's campaigning against the government, when in truth you're not campaigning against the government. You're campaigning against for leadership of your own party. So there's a lot of things with Mark Golding here, but that is why Andrew Michael Owen doesn't pay Mark Golding any form of attention here, because Mark Golding is not solid in his own yard neighbor. He might be a tenant, but it's possible neighbor that he might be evicted. You know, he might be looking at some form of the lease or whatever agreement they're being cut. So yes, neighbor, I would say that he's worried. And I think the worried neighbor that he's worried neighbor is because of how they blundered neighbor. Because one of the biggest blunder that the People's National Party made neighbor was that when Peter Bunting lost that leadership runoff neighbor, spent how much? It is speculated that over $600 million was spent. And when Peter Bunting lost that election neighbor, and they sit back and look and say, oh, did we last neighbor? Peter Bunting realized neighbor that based on how the grouping of their delegates was set up neighbor, it was set up in a way neighbor where it could be screwed, it could be manipulated neighbor to benefit a specific candidate. So when time Mark Golding went in, Mark Golding was the same process to become leader neighbor. But when Mark Golding won, one of the first things that they decided to do was change the constitution of the party neighbor to take the voting of the leadership neighbor from just delegates and put it to members, which is a wider group that is much more wide and broader than just a core group of the delegates. No, neighbor, I strongly believe that the reason why Mark Golding at this time is in the position that he's in and he's worried, neighbor, is because of the change that they made, neighbor. They have opened up the pool, neighbor, the voting pool to a wider demographic group of persons, neighbor. It is not controllable like how it was controllable. It was just a mere number of delegates, and you could easily go to where and meet with delegates. It needs to be much more broader. And from a broader standpoint, Mark Golding knows, neighbor, that he doesn't have the confidence of a lot of these members from a broader standpoint, neighbor. Damian Crawford have that. And that is why, neighbor, you look at even the constituency that he went to last night, and you might say, but Fly Green is so strong, Fly Green is so powerful, why would Mark Golding come and hold a town hall meeting in this constituency, the Jamaica Labour Party, have a 3 consecutive term now? We have the Minister of Agriculture, who's someone who's very attractive to Jamaicans, who Jamaicans love. So it goes to tell the neighbor that it's not because anything, it don't have anything to do with Floyd Green. The reason why the town hall meeting was kept in that specific part of St. Elizabeth neighbor, I believe that it's a very large constituency, a very large voter turnout the last election neighbor. You know, maybe 18,000, I believe both persons got over 9,000 voters, if my memory serves me right. So it goes to show neighbor that there's a lot of members from the PNP side in that constituency who would be asked to vote for the leadership. Now, the person who won that constituency, she lost her seat. She's someone who was in favor of Mark Golding and Peter Bunting neighbor, and that is why they rushed to that specific constituency last night, neighbor, to drum up support for the dying Mark Golding and Peter Bunting neighbor. Who don't know what is going on, because Damien is being strategic with his silence, neighbor. Damien is moving from a strategic standpoint and making move from behind the scene. They don't have the full understanding of what is going on. But I can tell you, neighbor, that Damian Crawford understand and know that what happened last night had nothing to do with the Jamaica Labour Party. It is the PNP campaign internally, neighbor, for their leadership race that is to come 27 or 28, whenever it is to come.
Well, thank you so much, Scratchy. Great having you. And your insights.
I'm sorry to interrupt, but before Scratchy goes, I believe some of his fans are asking him to sing because...
No, Caroline, my voice is not good tonight. Not tonight. I won't be able to sing tonight.
Well, you can tell them. They're requesting that you sing tonight.
Tomorrow Friday night, I promise, guys, I will sing tomorrow night. Okay. I'm going to take my onion lime. I didn't get any onion lime this evening.
Okay, all right. Well, YouTube, thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Good to see you, Caroline.
The YouTube numbers are much better than those on TikTok. TikTokers? Wow, YouTube is beating you every night. YouTube, oh, what a fantastic group of people you are. Proud of you. Proud of you so much. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for tapping. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for supporting. Keep your heads up. Don't you ever let go. Continue to fight for your country. It's worth it. You're a Jamaican. We live in one of the greatest countries on earth. It's worth fighting for. Thank you for joining us. Keisha, thank you. Let me see if I can read some of the comments over on YouTube.
Neighbor, before you read the comments, could you please inform the YouTubers that and everyone here also on TikTok that tomorrow Friday we will be live at 8:30 p.m. Jamaican time.
YouTube, you hear that? 8:30 Jamaica time. We will not be here at 7. We'll be here at 8:30. All right. TikTok, tomorrow is Friday. We'll come on that a little later. You hear? Peter Patinka says, I think in the current time, the future is where our dependency should be focused. We are in an information world and people are being informed. We should continue feeding the kids with good information. Thank you, Peter K. All right. Camille Edwards says some people are irredeemable. Well, I don't agree with that, Camille Edwards. I understand what you mean, but people are not irredeemable. We have to help people to, come through sometimes. It's very, very complex. Element Grill says PM should have ignored those demons. Wow. Demons? Well, Elements, I see where you are. Naomi says the PM gets a salary and he has a responsible wife. Thank you for that. Amy Sinclair says one Markie G on the app and he was vexing it. He definitely was. Camille Edwards, I thought it would have settled from September 4th, 2025, but guess what? Hasn't been settled yet at all. Jamaica We Will Live says good program. Thank you, Jamaica We Will Live. Camille Edwards, great show. And there are thousands of comments. Seymour Swaby, I hear listening neighbor, your program sell off. Wow. Thank you. Sell off the program. Okay, Valentine, XOXO. It's disheartening to hear the level of dunceness in our population. Thank you for that. Cindy Lynch, Portia got 31 seats, Andrew got 32, and it was never like this. I've never heard so much disrespect leveled at a leader like this PM, and it's started with a dirty thinking. I can't call that word. I'm sorry. Oh my God. I'm reading. Duns audience, them have around them PNP Duns. People will learn to read and write. Davis 7373. Oh, wow. The comments are coming in on YouTube. Anyway, YouTube, thank you so much. Catch you tomorrow at 8:30, and please remember to support the program, okay? The information to support us is on your screen, and I don't have to call it out again. You have it right there. Welcome to Politics Matter JA. This is the Hello Neighbor Show. Please subscribe, like, and share. Keep the chat active and support our show. Zell your contributions to 954-635-8732. You can WhatsApp us on 876-858-9553. Politics Matter JA. Conversations that matter. Until I join you tomorrow at 8:30, have a fantastic rest of the night. And thank you so much. Bye-bye. All right. Here with my friends on TikTok.